audio is working. YouTube's got some weird new things over here that's going on with the video. Looks like y'all up a little tall. Look, I'm up a little high, up a little low. That might work. Y'all kind of a scoot. Oh, ho, says we live. We're ticking. We're a little bit early. We're a little bit early. If we didn't laugh, we would all just go insane. What does the microphone make me do? We're live. We're here. Wait for some of y'all to come on in. I ain't really got nothing to talk about, but they ain't never stopped me before. Do 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 do. Well, thank God I've been bored today. Oh man, you don't know half of it. Welcome on in, y'all. You don't know half of it. What would you do if you couldn't ride your motorcycle and you too broke to get it fixed, and you ain't used to sitting at home, and you've been sitting at home for 5 months, man? Hey, I only got a few minutes. Hey, T-Bone, that's all right, man. Ain't no thing. Outlaw, I can't partake in that right now because I don't know. I wish I could. I ain't got nothing against it. Burn one for me, man. I'm having to go take a lot of P tests or drug tests, whatever you want to call it. Let me know if the audio is working and the video is working. It kind of looks like a little fuzz that faded out. Let me know if the audio and everything is working, because we've been getting a bunch of new trolls. I've been getting a lot of new viewers in here and getting a lot of new subscribers and getting some trolls and getting some bots in here as well, because I found out, Shannon told me and Sterling told me that YouTube sends these videos out as shorts, and these lives out as shorts. So that's the reason everybody comes in here. Yeah, in Alabama, I'll tell you something other, give you a reason. Hey, Sick, what's going on, man? Same old 6 or 7 here, dude. But I'll tell you something there, Outlaw. I'm not against smoking weed at all, but I will tell you this much. If you get caught in DeKalb County, Alabama, with one joint, just one little old joint, you'll get 10 years in jail, I believe it is, and up to a $25,000 fine just for one. They don't play around with that stuff down here. If the police catch you, they think you're Al Capone. They'll get your butt. So you gotta watch where you get it, because there was a kid down here back last year. They took and thought he was just smoking weed, and apparently they laced it with fentanyl, and he got an overdose on fentanyl and fell over and died. He went for 15. But yeah, so ain't nothing going on with me. My back's about to kill me, but yeah, down here in Alabama, it's still the Bible Belt, my man. Alabama's still backwards on a lot of stuff. You'll get busted in a hurry. If you can go back and look it up, the bass player for Alabama, Teddy Gentry, he got busted, and they, of course, him being a celebrity, they paraded him out there and all that good stuff. I'm good. Just got a full plate right now. Been a long day, not over yet. All right, T-Mo. Hey, man, ain't no thing. I just come on Saturday nights because you'd think by me it's me making all the videos I make that I'd get everything off my mind, but I just come in here because y'all expect it. And I think I'm going to do these and just kind of maybe take notes through the week, and unless I come up with something other else. I'm running out of ideas for videos. If I'm just honest with you. And I know y'all, man, y'all chopping at the bit, wanting to see me ride a motorcycle. Welcome in, Huntsman, and welcome in, Sick, and T-Bone, all of you, Outlaw. I'm a little bit early, but I can't tell time, apparently. This is hooligan time. Shade Tree's got his own time. He's always about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour late. I'm always early. But, man, there's ain't nothing going on. But I figured I'd come in and do this anyway. Lose my train of thought real easy here lately. I'm starting to get concerned about it. Doctor told me as I get older, I was going to end up with more memory loss, and it's weird that it seems like it's affecting more than my short-term memory and my long-term memory. It used to affect my long-term memory, but now my long-term memory is coming back, and my short-term memory is leaving. So, and my back's killing me right now. I got sciatica in my back. I got pinched nerves and 2 herniated discs, and I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. It's rough getting old, you know. Old Jackie Gleason used to stand there and go, "Oh, how sweet it was." I know what he's talking about now, but even if I go find me a job, I ain't even, I don't want to make excuses. But even if I find me a job now, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to hold out to work. I ain't 20 years old anymore, and all this working in these factories, all these uh, years, has put its wear and tear on me. I know I think it's the lighting. We kind of look like we're all hazy. Maybe it looks a little smoky in here or something. I hope it ain't. Unless the neighbors got their apartment on fire. Uh, yeah, I'm glad the audio is working because this phone, if y'all noticed that video was sideways. Yeah, I got to fire my director. I didn't know it was sideways, honestly, till I put it up online. I was like, well, shoot fire. And it wouldn't let me turn it back around. And I didn't know I did it that way. Oh, well, it's a hooligan video, Don't expect too much. Keep your expectations low and you will always be satisfied. If it gets me to know these younger kids think they know more than us old timers and think they deserve all the better jobs. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna get into this just a minute. But I ain't complaining by no means. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I am getting sick and damn tired. I'm gonna cuss a little bit because I'm aggravated. It happens when I get aggravated, but I am sick and doggone tired of these little 20-year-old kids that can't quit sucking a dang sucker long enough to do an interview with me, who can't stay off TikTok 5 dang minutes long enough to do an interview with me. Tell me I ain't qualified to go flip damn hamburgers. I was flipping hamburgers before there's even a stain on their daddy's britches leg. And now, boy, and this week, what really got me, this lady basically called me ignorant. Uh, uh, I went and done an interview I believe it was last Sunday or Saturday. The days run together. I told you my memory's getting worse gone. If I'm marching towards the end, I hope I don't end up with dementia. But, because I've seen what that does and I don't want to be there. But anyway, I went and done this interview. And they told me something stupid anyway. They called me and it was an unknown number. And if you call me and I don't know your number, I ain't gonna pick the phone up. That's just me. I'm old school. Leave me a daggone voice message. It ain't gonna take you 5 minutes. If you can go and type, you can leave me a voice message. And he said, and I quote, "Well, that's not our policy. If we call you for a job and we don't leave voicemails, it's not in our policy." I said, "Well, that's really ignorant, son. Because how am I supposed to know who called me?" So I called him back, and he did. He told me, "Well, we don't. It ain't in our policy to leave no voicemail, let anybody know what we actually are and who we are actually calling about, what we're calling about." He said that they just can't do that. I said, "Well, I don't make no sense." So I went down an interview with this little turkey, and it was a good job. There's smoke. Restructured. I had to bite the bullet and get back to school because I used to do contractor work and handyman, but I was close to Mexico. Yeah, out there where you're at, you're right there at the border, brother. It's just as bad here. They're all over the South. I mean, I ain't making charge what you need to live. Yeah. Outlaw, if I was your age, I ain't gonna tell you what to do nothing. If I was you, man, I'd get a job welding. I'd go learn a trade and go to welding. Because you can always get a job welding. You can get a job down here in Alabama working for the TVA or on any of these, anywhere welding, building bridges, building buildings, building motorcycles, building cars, working in a body shop. Welding opens up plenty of opportunities. But anyway, my phone don't ring no more. And everybody's telling me I don't try and all this. But anyway, I went and done an interview with him. I sat down there and done an interview for 20, 30 minutes with him. And he said, and I love this part. Oh, this makes me so dang happy. I go there and do the interview, and then they turn around and tell me, hey, I ain't the one that actually does the hiring, but I'm going to have to tell them what you said, and they'll get back with you. These kids today all got lied to about the jobs that was going to be available to them when they got out of college. They found out that expensive college degrees isn't doing it. Yep. But there you are, Mr. Brown Chicken OG 46. Welcome to the fold here. We're just complaining. But anyway, so I went and done this interview with him. And it was a maintenance job. I know how to do maintenance. I've done it for 10 years, before I went to drive a truck. Yeah. Before I went and drove a truck, I've done maintenance for 10 years. So this job, it was good paying good money for Alabama, $15 an hour, ain't nothing to holler about. I was thinking, I told Mom about it. She's like, oh, yeah, they're going to hire you. I said, Mama, I don't want to be pessimistic. I don't want to not be positive. I want to leave it in the Lord's hands, but I know how these people are going to do. And as soon as he told me that, I don't know why they do that. The last 5 or 6 interviews I've done is like that. Probably the same everywhere. Family and friends get hired first, and then we get what's left over. Yep. What we generally call the brother-in-law jobs or son-in-law jobs. But anyway, so he was supposed to, I'll do these air quotes like everybody else does, supposed to tell her, hey man, he needs this job, we're going to hire him for this job. But he didn't actually do the hiring. So why in the hell, if you're not doing the doggone hiring, why are you doing the interview? Don't understand that part. So he never did tell her. And I filled out a paper application, put it in his hand. And he told me that she was going to call me. I hope you can find work on your own and scrap those temp agencies. Unfortunately, and where I live at, temp agencies is all there is. These companies now, because they found out that they don't have to pay you anything, I think big corporations have set it up like that. Yep. But these temp agencies around here, these companies always hire through temp agencies because around in Alabama, if you go through a temp agency, they don't have to pay you insurance. They don't have to pay you workman's comp. You don't get no vacation pay. You don't get no vacation days. And you don't get workman's comp. And nothing. You don't get covered into anything. You get hurt, you go, oh, well, figure it out your own self. Because they know a kid won't complain about it. I tell you somebody else, that's the reason they, call me racist. People do. But it's just facts. The reason they ain't going to say, these immigrants ain't going to say nothing about any of the working conditions that they're working in is because they're afraid they're just going to get kicked back across the border. I mean, that's the reason they keep their mouth shut and they put up with a lot more stuff. But so I went and called her. She was supposed to call me on a Wednesday. And so I gave her the benefit of the doubt and I called her on a Friday, I believe it was. And she said, well, are you sure you even interviewed here? There's no record of you here at all. You sure you didn't go to the Fort Payne store? I was like, ma'am, I've lived in Rainsville all my life. I ain't ignorant. I was there before the McDonald's was ever built. I get a little heated. I try not to. Lord works overtime on me, trust me. Calm my nerves. You better be glad that I'm 20 years older and that I'm not like I was when I was 26. I tore your head clean off. But I learned to walk away as I get older. Don't mean I'm ignorant. This means that I'm a wiser bull than I was when I was younger. Don't poke the bear. So anyway, I just get tired of fed up with their bull crap too. And so it's just a fast food job, man. And she's sitting there arguing with me that I've never even went in there and done an interview. She said, you're mistaken. You never done an interview here. You need to go to Fort Payne. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, I'm 46 years old. I was here before this McDonald's was ever built. I know that this is Rainsville. I know which one I went to. I'm not stupid. She kept on, she said, well, we ain't got no record of you here. I said, well, can I go in and do an interview with you? And she said, well, the position's not open anymore. With temp to hire, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for my experience. I am the only one wondering if that shirt glows in the dark. I think it does, actually. I got it from Walmart. Update on Honda battery. Did you change it? Okay. Yeah, no, I ain't changed it. I ain't got money to buy a battery right now, man. All right, this is my Gulu. I don't know how you pronounce that. I've had that thing. I got to charge this so I can jump the battery off. But if it needs a battery, it's just gonna have to sit. I can't even think about working on that bike right now. Josh Harris has offered to help me. I don't want to put his business out there, but he's offered to help me. We can see if it glows in the dark. Maybe it ain't charged. I dress like a man, by the way. It's not got that green glow tint to it. I bought it. It was supposed to, Halloween's year round for me. But anyway, as far as that battery goes, I hate that I let that motorcycle sit. If it sits much longer, you've heard me say it, but if it sits much longer, and I'm not dogging on Josh. Josh has got a lot going on. Y'all, I'm not on Aries business out there, but he's got some stuff he's got to take care of. Nothing serious, nothing that's gonna be life or death, but he's got his own life to live. He's got a house full of kids. He's got a wife to take care of. He got him own thing to do. Don't complain when somebody offers to help you, because it's free help. Don't offer. Don't go bite the hand that feeds you. So my McDonald's at the corner here puts out a sign that they're hiring, and then the date they're interviewing. Just walk in. Well, not around here. You got everything goes through Indeed. I am being so fed up and frustrated and aggravated about putting in jobs. I'm almost to the point that let me just give you this, and I'm not being light about it. I know it's funny. It's supposed to be a funny, light-hearted channel, but I'm going to just tell you like it is. If I was where I was at 10 years ago, at 35, I would have fell back down that hole, and I'd been sitting there waiting on suicide again, because I did that before. I've died twice because of medical issues, but I tried to kill myself once before, because I got like that before. When I was 35, I couldn't find a job anywhere, and I got so doggone frustrated I just gave up, and I let wreck my health. I still remember my 35th birthday. I remember that birthday more than I do remember any of the other ones, because when I was 35, I just gave up, and I didn't care. And I ended up getting up 386 pounds. I ended up in the hospital on my 35th birthday. They rolled me in on a stretcher from an ambulance. I was laying there dead. And at least I ain't got there yet. I mean, I try to keep a positive mental attitude, but I'm also realistic in things. And, this thing took a dark turn to the worst. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to do with YouTube, and I wish all my old videos didn't get destroyed, but they did. Hey, Keith, welcome to the fold here. There's your new channel to check out if y'all ain't checked out his channel. But, and ever since 23, really 22, at the end of 22 and into 23, I've been out of work going on 5 months now, so I can't fix that motorcycle. I can't get the that's the reason that Josh has offered to help me put tires on her, because I can't afford $200 to put tires on her. That's the battery charger I got to charge up. You can buy it, check it out on Amazon. There's a name on it, and it'll tell you what all it does. I know you can charge your phone up with it, and I believe you can even plug in your air mattress with it. I don't remember what all it does, but it's just right now. I mean, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. When I say this stuff out loud, it makes me feel like woe is me. There's mama out there sitting in her car tonight, don't know where her kid's gonna sleep, and they ain't gonna get nothing to eat. Don't worry about me. I'll get by. But right now I want to fix that motorcycle, but I'm not working anywhere, and I can't fix it. And that's one reason why it's gotten in the shape it's in. I've never let that motorcycle sit. People have always been saying that I'm lying on that video, and I don't care. But there you got. Don't buy another battery, because I did, and now I have 2 batteries. Well, that battery that's on there is going on 4 years old. Battery is most likely fine, but batteries die if they ain't. Yeah. Got a song for you, Hooligan. I will be back. All right. So right now, I can't do a dang on thing with that bike, and I hate letting my bike sit. And don't feel sorry for me, but I mean, don't. I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. Dude, I can't stand it. It's hard for me to ask for help, and I don't mean that to. Hey, Julie, I don't mean to say like it's hard for me. Like I'm better than anybody else. You know, that I'm better than anybody, that I'm better than anybody else. But it's hard for me to ask for help. And the reason it's hard for me to ask for help is because I never got any. Growing up, I was on my own. You know, never had no help. Nobody had nobody to offer help. I don't know what to do when people offer me help because I always offer them money, and I think I aggravate them and make them mad because I'll offer them money if they help me because I've never had nobody that's like here offered to help me. Josh is the first person that ever gave me anything. He gave me a helmet, and I didn't have to earn it and didn't have to work for it, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, having issues with the chat. Be right back. All right. I don't know what's going on with it with the YouTube. They cut the lives up into shorts and send it out to everybody, so we end up. You may have to be on your toes. We end up getting some more bots and some more craziness going on. I can only shoot the videos this way because I don't have a GoPro, as y'all know, and I don't have the microphone. May be cutting in and out on this one as well. I had a little bitty microphone, but it don't work no more, so I had to pitch it. Yeah. What gets me is I'll get so mad. I try not to scroll YouTube all day long. Never mind gremlins that got that audio too. Okay. I try not to watch YouTube, and I try not to listen to people that say this crap because it just gets on my nerves. Well, just learn to do without. You're not trying hard enough. You could be rich too if you would. Son, do you think everybody that goes out there and plays high school football is going to end up in the NFL and a millionaire? The life don't work like that. I don't know how come some people succeed and some people don't. I like people that tell me, oh, you need to do without and you need to live cheaper. Brother, I can't live no cheaper. What got me in this hole was working fast food jobs and working temporary jobs. And, it's my own doing. One reason I'm going to let y'all know, one reason why I got mad and quit that job. Now, I quit some jobs before, but the reason I got mad and quit that damn job at Foodland stocking groceries because they didn't pay me enough money to buy the food I was putting on the shelf. And I just couldn't take it no more. I got so frustrated that they was only paying me $600 a month. I couldn't even afford the food that I was putting on the shelf for other people to buy. And I just couldn't take it no more. And before I took and done something I was going to regret, I got out. That are dealt with, and I wish there was something for all hands that wherever where you stand in life seems like anything middle class is leaving. We're dying. I'm afraid, it's such a great divide, and such a great divide between the haves and the have-nots. I heard it in a movie, and it's true. I know it was a movie, but there's a movie called Hell or High Water, and he's talking about poverty. He said, poverty is a disease. It was passed on from my grandfather to my father, and it's passed on to me, and I'll be damned if it's passed on to my kids. And, some people's got it worse off than me. Don't feel sorry for me, man. There is, mama's out there and daddy's laying out there in their car tonight wondering where their kids going to sleep and wondering if they're going to have something to eat, and they're going to have to eat out of the dumpster tonight if they're lucky. My problems are piddly. If they throw me out tomorrow, they throw me out. Has a bad disconnect. Yep. Well, I heard it, and I explained it best. I heard it. Don't be surprised when ungodly people act ungodly. I ain't perfect. I dang sure ain't no saint. I cuss like a sailor. I try not to. I pray the Lord keeps his hand over my mouth, his other hand on my back, push me down if I need to be. I'm glad you got your audio fixed there, Julie. It may be my phone. I noticed on some of these videos, I try not to watch them. I'm going to try to upload this one when it's done, but it usually takes a couple of days. My phone do some screwy stuff. It works when it wants to. It's temperamental. It's worse than an old Ford. I try not to, but dang if it just slips out. I try not to cuss. But the more, I found this out, the more I try not to cuss is when I end up cussing more. So if I don't try to hold it in, I don't have to, if I don't try to police myself, it usually works better. My phone was checking, making chat full screen or nothing. I don't know. YouTube's got some new things they're doing with this chat that I didn't even know. That Sterling and Shannon told me that the reason we got all them bots in here and all them new people from the last time and all them trolls is because they'll cut your live up and send it out. And I'm not in charge of that. YouTube does it automatically, and they'll send your lives out to everybody and anybody. And that's how come so many people come in here. And that's the reason we got so many of them in here last week. We don't usually ever get many people, but that's fine with me. I don't need a stadium, I'm not. I'm more just a split pizza with my friends in a little small bar in the middle of nowhere. Your people tell you who they are. Believe it, them. They'll let you walk out of your life. Yep. Uh, there's a reason why I got that tattoo on the back of my head. It says that actions are truer than words because Grandma always told me talking's easy done, boy. Which means y'all know what that means. Anybody can tell you anything. Uh, yeah, exactly, Keith Hub. That's exactly what we are. Man, I wish you was closer, dude. If you was looking to get a tattoo for your boy, Collinsville down there, not Collinsville, Crossville, Alabama, inked down there at the Christian Tattoo Shop. I think you'd dig it. I think you'd dig it. I mean, I'm wanting to go back and get some more, but that kind of stuff. My life's on hold right now. I can't do a thing about it, and I'm when I'm just I hold a lot of stuff in because I don't tell y'all everything, but thank God I got to eat this week. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, small groups are fine with me. That last live we did, that thing's still getting a lot of views. It's got 227, and I've never got that many views on there. I don't know, dude. You might be. If you hang around long enough, we'll see. These dudes that's moderators now, they've been in here for a while. And I trust them. That's why they got it. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't exactly know you, man. You hang around for a while, you stick around with us. And yeah, sure enough, why not? If that works for you. The people that's moderators now, they're just kind of dudes that's been around from the get. And that's the reason that they are. So I hope I don't offend you, but that's just the way I see it right now. We all get a lot of views right now. I hope we all continue to grow. Yeah, I'm really grateful that you made that video there, T-Bone. I'm gonna try to watch it Monday night. If nothing don't happen between now and then, I plan on watching it. That's my thoughts on it. I'd like to hear yours on it. Hey, don't take no offense to it, Joshua. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. You might find something you like. I'm some kind of biker, I guess. I don't know. We're all part of every stereotype. I used to make riding videos, but my bike is sidelined. But I am going to try to go out there, and it's been raining. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Just be respectful to everybody, and we just kind of hang out around here. Let's hope we don't lose our live feed. We still live, good, it's still rolling. I can give some advice there. Go ahead, T-Bone, give him some advice. I'm out, we ain't making riding videos right now, but I'm going to try to go out tomorrow. It's been raining to beat the band. I don't know how it is over in Georgia. You and T-Bone, Key-Fob, and you and T-Bone's over in Georgia. And out there, and I'm in Alabama, but it's been raining to beat the band around here. Grandma would always say it's too wet for the ducks to be out. So I wasn't going to jump that battery in, call. And I know somebody going to say, you a sissy. Well, all right. I've been electrocuted enough. Trust me, I've had enough electricity run through me. It should have killed me. I've had a House 220 and a 110. I grabbed a hold of both of them, and they was live and threw me through the wall, but shocked and burnt my hand. But I'm still alive for some reason. When folks have no picture and they roll in and out, they make us suspicious. Could be, yes, T-Bone. I've been dumping over here, and I need to clean my bike off. I'm out of garage these days. I wish I had me a garage. If I had a garage, but don't wish for things you don't have. Be thankful for what the Lord gives you. Be thankful for what the Lord gives you. Don't wish for things you don't have. And the reason I spend money when I get money, myself, is because I've done so long with y'all don't know how I growed up, and I don't know how y'all growed up either, but I was always told all my life, just look and wish. I live in Australia, and we have a cyclone tornado, and a big tree fell in our yard. I heard Hippie Trev saying something about that. He's from Australia. You should try jumping your bike live. I would take brown chicken, but my charger ain't charged. You got to get all the lights lit up on it. I have to charge my charger to charge my bike. I'm tired of the rain, but I also don't want it. Yeah, 6 degrees was rough. So glad you coming to us live from Australia. I guess it's already tomorrow. Over there, it's probably already Sunday. But yeah, brown chicken. I would. That'd be a good idea. I mean, y'all get to see me cuss even more trying to work on that thing. It's that battery. That battery's hard to get to on that bike. Honda put that battery in the worst spot they ever could have put it in. And I guess all bikes are like that, but that right there is definitely in there. And I got big old hands there. But thank you, man. I've had that thing for years. But yeah, it's going to rain here tonight too. Then Tuesday, temps going back down in the 30s. We can route you onto it. It's live. Yeah, if my charger was charged, it would. I mean, it'd make for a good video. If the bike would blow up, I might get me some more views. Look, I can read. I can hear the comments now. Idiot redneck blows his own bike up. Watch this inbred hillbilly. Come on. Honestly, that don't bother me. Y'all ain't gonna. I mean, whatever people put hateful comments over, that's fine. I don't care. Ain't nothing ain't hurt all my life. Uh, I've been kicked on, stomped on, and put down ever since I've been here. It just makes you a better fighter. And I don't expect an easy road, but as soon as I get this battery charged, I'll make y'all a video. Hey, my camera equipment, y'all seen my cameraman. I don't have no GoPro, man. I shoot everything on the phone. And this phone works when it wants to. But that's, like I said, I done showed that 2 or 3 times. Y'all can go over on Amazon. I bought that thing about 3-4 years ago. And I got to put it on there. We will be back in the 20s next week. Good night, nurse. I ain't going to catch a break. I guess I need to take it. Sterling said, I guess you could. Sterling said I need to take that battery off and bring it in the house where it's warm. I guess I need to. If I lived on the bottom floor, I mean, I'd get. I'm almost to the point of getting evicted anyway. Y'all keep that to yourself. What? Oh yeah, cold weather. Shoot, yeah, we don't want it. I'm wanting to go somewhere tropical. Yeah, T-Bone's up. He's in Georgia. He's up there close to Carolinas. He's in the Blue Ridge, I believe he is. GoPro is too expensive for me. Yeah, man, those GoPro 360s. Good lord, dude, you'd have to pay the mortgage just to get them. If I bought one, I'm just gonna start off with something cheap because it's the duct tape hope around here, and I'm just gonna throw something cheap at it. I've not heard nothing good about GoPros anyway. Hippie Trev's always cussing the GoPros of his because the batteries don't never stay charged, and that either it don't work or something always going on with it. 32 and it freezes, so they say not to charge lower than 32, hence why you bring it in if it's that cold. It has been 13 degrees around here, and 8 I believe I seen the other day, and 5 it has been cold. And I know it ain't cold for some of you northern folk, but us southerners down here, we ain't used to Yankee weather. I've been saving for my Insta 360 for a year. I'm in North Georgia. I told you he was over in the Blue Ridge, I believe he is. And I don't know anything about technology, and even if I got a GoPro, I don't know how I'm going to upload the videos because I don't know how I'm going to upload the GoPro because I don't have no way to edit it, and I don't have a laptop, and I'm not paying for cable down here. I mean, yeah, you heard me. I'm north like T-Bone, but along the north coast. Yeah, you up there in Ohio. But he's up there with Biker Bay Beth and all them. Well, you can see mountain rides in my videos. Yeah. Check out Rolling with T-Bone there, Key Fob. And Key Fob, check out him. He's just now got him his little channel started. He's got 88 subscribers. We could go over and give him some more subscribers. He makes pretty good videos. I'm in the Northeast. Julie's in Wisconsin land. And her and Mr. Chicken's all over in Wisconsin land. I want to see that side of the U.S. Well, brother, you come on down here and I'll make you a fried bologna sandwich. I've been stuck in the West. I want to go see the desert. I've never. Me and you could go out here and we could go see the ocean because I've never even seen the ocean. You come down here like my cousin Rufus Paul used to say, "We'll treat you so many ways, you'll bound to like one of them." I, yeah, Julie's always up all the way up Wisconsin land. Got her bike parked in next to the. Uh, got her bike parked in the kitchen. Makes me want corn and cheese. I wouldn't mind having some cheese curds myself. Well, I need to eat some more as fat as I'm getting. Hey, I got to split. Sorry, guys, but I got meetings this evening. Hey, no problem, T-Bone. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, Dude, you welcome down here, Outlaw. Any of you's welcome. Just let me know you're coming. Yeah, you can't use a separate camera until you get a computer. I can't get it. I'm not. I get tangled up. Y'all, I'm stuttering. Okay. I stutter. But anyway, to get it to, we only got one company down here that holds the monopoly in this apartment complex, and you can't get any other cable company through here to get your internet connection. So to get internet connection, I got to buy cable and to get internet, and it's going to cost $500 a month. My rent's $500, and the cable internet connection is $500. I ain't got $1,000. That's one reason why I got rid of that SUV as well, because my rent went up to extra $100, and it was $100 for my SUV insurance a month, and I just couldn't swing both of them. It would be so sick if we rode down to the Tombstone in Bisbee. Man, I ain't never been out in the desert. I ain't afraid to ride out in the desert. I can take the heat like a desert rat. Trust me. I don't know. I've never been, because the South gets hot. I've heard everybody talking about how hot the desert gets, but well, I may go crazy out there. But you should put what? I've never been to the desert. I want to go out there to the Grand Canyon and out to Utah. They got a lot of. I can't think of the name of it. Yep. So I want to get out. What's that? Moab. They got out there, and there's some places that out there it looks really interesting. I've seen on the YouTube, and maybe one day before I. But maybe one day before I take and get a. He's asking if you're a real person there, man. We've had a lot of trolls and a lot of bots gets in here and they leave some goofy comments, and he's wanting to know if you're a real person. Moab and that big hiking trail. There's I can't think of the name of it out there, where it looks like a Angel's Landing or something. There is one place out there in the desert. I think they call it like a Echo. I don't want to say it's Echo Park. I think that's New York, but it looks like all the rocks got the holes in it. It looks like a canyons and stuff. I'd like to go out there and see the redwoods. Maybe we can take a ride on up while we're out in the desert. We just ride on up to Portland and get us some spinach. See if you click on his picture, it'll ask you if you want to see his page. 4 videos posted of a kid, Mr. Roboto. Check and see if your sister's phone plan has unlimited hotspot on your phone. So if so, you can get a laptop through the phone. Yeah, I don't know if I could. If I knew how to bootleg Wi-Fi down here, man, you turn my phone on Wi-Fi, everybody down here's got Wi-Fi. So if I knew how to get into there, maybe I need to go straight talk to one of the neighbors and, hey, darling, let me use your Wi-Fi. I'll fix your plumbing. But it's $500 to get. It's funny because the lady that used to live here used to have internet and cable, and Zion National Park, I think is what you're talking about. Yeah, that's probably what it is. There's a lady down here that used to have the cable and used to have internet in this building. Used to in this apartment, and they keep sending me her bill and tell me I owe it, and I told them go get the money off the roof. The TV's not been on since she left, and that's been 2 years ago. I missed Julie's idea. You can check on hotspots at our library. Yeah, I don't. Our library down here on my cadet. If y'all want me to get a GoPro, I'm going to have some help to edit them. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to come off as sounding dumb, country, and ignorant. I know some people hear this accent and automatically deduct the IQ points, but y'all go ahead. I will say that Huntsville put the man on the moon, so there you go. Can't get rid of cable and Wi-Fi and get an underground upgraded phone with a line with hotspot. And you, well, down here, man, everything down here is kind of like the mob or the mafia, or they own monopoly. So Charter Cable is the only thing that runs through here, and you can't get any other kind of service because they own this. They got the contract with this place down here, so I can't go with anybody other than them. And it's $500. And because I've tried to go with a different company, and they go, we can't go down there because it's like we can't cross that line because they own it down here. I used to sit across a parking lot and use my phone at RV. Oh yeah, we've done that before. You know, when you live poor, yes, I've walked all the way down to town before. You like my accent? Well, thank you, man. This here's Appalachian accent. Oh dang, I get that. My buddy in Kansas is like, yeah. They may be charging me they might be charging me that lady that used to live here past cable bill because they keep sending it to me, and they've actually called me and said they wanted me to pay her bill, and I was like, get the money off the roof. I gotta get the trays on Sporter in spring. Gonna put some white walls on it. I reckon it'll cost a few dollars. Brown Chicken, if you need tires, I know everybody dogs on them, but I don't know what your relationship is with everybody's favorite enemy, Amazon. But I got those two tires for my bike for $300. I think it's around $350 for both of them. Those $166 a piece, I think. They're Dunlap's 404s, but they're rated for a gold wing. They ought to be a little cheaper for a Sportster because your bike's not as heavy. But if I was you, I don't know nothing about a Sportster, but if I was you, I'd go with a little stiffer tire, and I think they last a little longer than the softer tires. I was wondering what editing software library has installed. You see what I put on my videos. What kind of Dunlaps are you running there, Outlaw? The 77th? Never thought of that, Huntsman. What kind of Dunlaps are you running? Hippie Trev and Rolling with and T-Bone told me about them, about the Dunlaps. I was trying to, I've said that several times in the videos. I was trying to buy Messlers because I got good service out of those doggone things. And, I've used those Messlers that's on my bike. I can attest to those, but they don't make them for my size anymore on my bike. And the price went up so doggone much I couldn't afford it. Two of them tires on Messlers was going to cost me $800. And 4 years ago when I bought them, two of them was $350. Yeah, definitely, Bart. I'm not into dudes. Same thing here at Spectrum Cable or CenturyLink Phone Company, who may be ditching their DSL. I was gonna get the 404 or whatever you got for the back because I need another one, but worried about the stiffness. I like stiff tires. I think that you have to go by what the bike's rated. As far, I'm not no expert, but whatever your bike's rated for and whatever the type of tire you need. I use 404. Hippie Trev's got a FLTH, I think's what his is, and he uses the 402s. It's really what your bike's rated for. My bike's a heavy bike and it's a cruiser, so I dig a good heavy stiff tire, and that's what them Messlers was. And they got over 22,000 miles on them things, but they're worn slap the hell out. What are they charging to put tires on these days? None Harley dealers. Well, Brown Chicken here in my hometown, Kilroy's down here. He said he would do it, and it's $100. But he threw this in, so it kind of worried me too. He said it was $100 per tire if they didn't find anything else wrong with the bike. He said if they found something else wrong with it, it might be more. And I don't want to bring my. I'll just spend a little more for the 77H because I usually have those. The 77H is what's on mine. It's on the back or the front. I can't remember. I do not have Instagram. It's the only thing I have. I think 100 or so Mountain Balance. It's 100 a piece down here for Mountain Balance. Like I said, Josh Harris said that he would help me put them on there, but he's got some storm damage. He's had to clean them up from the winter storms, and he's got to take care of his trailer. His trailer got hit by a tree, and his house got hit by a tree, and he's having to clean up storm damage. And I've offered to go over and help him, but he said no, he done got it. So, and you know, if y'all ain't checked out JD and the Queens, Josh Harris, you know, he wrote the song for the camp out, and he's got a video on my channel. If y'all want to go down and scroll down and watch it, he makes out original music. Him and his wife and his family and his friends, and she's got a cooking show on there called Kitchen Ash. Wow, too much. Uh, I'm kind of over a barrel where I'm at. If I had my own shop and had my brother-in-law, if we're gonna dog on anybody, we have a media center at ours, and I'm sure they have editing software. If you would help me edit, I'm honestly I don't know how to edit. I really don't, and I don't know anything about a GoPro, and I don't know anything. Y'all seen my videos. Rough is a $2 steak. You know, I got, but let's see. Uh, my brother-in-law used to work for Yamaha up in Rome. If y'all know where Rome, Georgia is, I'm sure that Keyfob does. I never edited anything. I guarantee you, Julie, you probably would you having kids, you probably know more about technology than I do. You're lucky that I know how to get this live stream going. But anyway, my brother-in-law up there at Rome, he used to work at Rome Yamaha up there, and he's got every bit of the equipment to work on a motorcycle tire. And he's got everything to work on a motorcycle if you ever want to work on a motorcycle. You could build a motorcycle in his shop, but he don't want to offer. He said he can't never help me. So better that. He said he didn't want to. He said he couldn't offer to help me because I mean I know he works for a living, but he won't even let me in his shop when he's not there. And I kind of understand that. You got to watch your tools and stuff. But I mean, I ain't gonna stay on nothing. I'm your darn brother-in-law. I mean, you could help me. It wouldn't take you 10 minutes, but whatever. Like I said before, I ain't used to getting help. I ain't used to anybody offering me help. Me and Josh will get it eventually. I mean, it's not in no hurry right now going anywhere. As long as thankfully I can keep the dog and insurance paid on it, because in the state of Alabama, if y'all don't know this, I'll give y'all some more stuff grateful about living in Alabama. I don't know if they do it in your state, but in this state, if you don't keep the insurance on your bike, or your car or any vehicle, if you don't keep the insurance on it, they'll yank your title. So yeah, they will yank your title in a heartbeat. Julie, you probably kin to me somewhere down in there. My grandma and my grandpa's a Smith. Uh, can I see your tattoo? Which tattoo you want to see? I've got several of them. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. 80% of them is covered in tattoos. You only have to read register here. Nope, they'll yank your title. And they did that to my truck I had one time. And they told me, they said, well, you're supposed to know the law. They said, you're supposed to know the law. And I said, well, how am I supposed to know the law? They said, well, you should know it. And I mean, I say no reason to keep insurance on that truck. It sat for nearly 2 years before I got the motor rebuilt. And I can't drop my pants there, outlaw. I ain't got no drawers on. And y'all will get the full hooligan, and I will definitely get banned off there. I think he could be. Use your own discretion there, so you know what to do. But anyway, y'all don't want to see the full hooligan. There's tattoos there that y'all don't want to see. Trust me. Only my coroners ever got, and some select ladies ever got to see those. And the lady over at the DOT physical the other day, she's like, it's real funny when you go get your DOT physical. Y'all know what a physical is. Men folks do anyway. Turn your head, go. And she was standing there and she was looking, and I mean, she's looking and checking for you for a hernia and all this stuff. And she's like, does that say something? Does that got pictures on it? My God, it does. That is too funny. She's like, I bet that hurt. And I was like, well, it wouldn't. I said, it wasn't normal, man. I said, but I said, it doesn't bother me. You leaving there sick. It's good to have you, man. Somebody's leaving. Anyway, we still alive. I think we are. But sick's leaving. Later, man. All right. Thank you, there, Sick. I didn't know what was going on. Oh, there we go. I'm here. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate y'all here. I don't make anybody a moderator, and they can get mad about it if they want to, but I can make y'all moderators because I know I'm around y'all. So, and I know y'all got my six. But I don't want, like as far as anything, I know y'all want riding videos from the bike and y'all want to see me ride. And trust me, dude, I need to ride. I need to ride more than anything. There's two things in my life I need right now, and I can't. And like I tell everybody, I try to tell Mama, she just looks at me like I'm crazy. I said, well, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. I need to ride. It has been since August since I rode that bike any length of way anywhere. I rode it back in November just around the food stamp office and back. But I need to ride, and I need to go get another tattoo. I can't explain it to anybody that don't do it. And everybody complains about me spending some money on my tattoos. Well, let me tell you like this. I can't wait. Yeah, I hear you, Sick. But let me tell you about tattoos here. The way I look at it, if you just want to get down on an intellectual level, if you really want to get down into the third eye, really it's the only way you're ever going to own anything that they can't take away from you. And it's really one way that you're ever going to take your money with you when you go. So it's the one thing that I'm always going to own is mine that the bank can't have. I click on his message to see what he typed. It didn't switch it back on your end, did it? Mind blown. Yeah, if you want to get down into the ether, that's what I always tell. Everybody says, why do you get tattoos? Because I want to, and I've always wanted them. And this one, if I told you all this little story about a kid, I think I may have included it in one of my videos once before. But there was this little kid one time, kept pulling on my britchy leg. I look like I do. I talk to children, but parents kind of look at me sideways too, and I understand. So he kept on pulling on my britchy leg, and I was trying to ignore him because I didn't want his mama to go, stranger danger, and mace me because I've been sprayed with pepper spray before from women. So he just kept on. Something you can actually own. Yep, it's the only thing I'm going to own that nobody can take away from you, no matter how poor I am. It's an investment opportunity. But anyway, this kid just kept on pulling on my leg, and I was like, finally, I couldn't ignore him any longer. And I was like, that's back before they had self-checkouts when they actually still had cashiers. And I said, all right. I turned around and looked at him. I said, can I help you, son? He said, mister, why do you got all those pictures all over you? I said, because my mama wouldn't buy me a coloring book. And his mama looked at me like, I'm going to buy him every doggone coloring book in this store and all the crayons, Kids don't have a filter, and I like that. And that kids don't know to hate anything and don't know to be scared of something unless their parents tell them. And, kids, I like little kids that just speak their mind. So my nieces, my nephews been around them so much, I don't think none about it. They've seen me with them all these years, and I'm a cautionary tale, by the way. Don't ever get your tattoos in a meth lab when you're 20 years old. Save the money. Listen to Jiminy Cricket that's sitting on your shoulder going, hey, brother, save your dog and money, go to a town. I've done some crazy stuff in my life, but, I would have been a white trash way to die in a meth lab getting a tattoo. And that tattoo machine didn't even have any electricity in there. He had the end cut off the cord and had it stuck to a carburetor, and that's what he was tattooing me with. That's why all these are so bad. Well, do you want to cover them up? Nope. 'Cause I may fix some of them, but I'm not really going to cover them up. I covered up some of them, but really they're a learning experience or something to look back on and go, yeah, that right there is when you was stupid, boy. Everything's experience, good or bad, it teaches you something. Hopefully. Maybe you learn something from it. I'm hard-headed, I'm stubborn. I come out feet first, and I've been walking away ever since. So, I really miss getting a tattoo. I miss the sound of the machine, and I miss the old school tattoo machines that actually sounded like, that you could actually smell your skin burning when they was putting them in there. And You know, skin would start popping a little bit, and you could hear the machine run. I miss that. I miss that sound. If y'all want to see any of them, you know, I got a few shorts up there y'all can see on Boogie's work. I don't have any of Sabrina's. I could show you some of Sabrina's work. I can't show you. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get naked for you. I'm sorry if that's what y'all came here for. Y'all gotta click over to my other link. No, I don't have one of them. Super clicky. Yeah, I love the old machines. Fun fact: breathing makes you live longer than not breathing. Hey, there's another one to catch there, y'all. I told you how these things do. Y'all get that. There you go. Thank you, Outlaw. Got him. I'm telling you, YouTube sends this thing out to everybody, and so I don't know who ends up in here. I didn't know I got so popular, but apparently I did. I guess that's one of the downsides of doing these YouTube videos. But we still got plenty of battery, I do believe. Let me see. Yeah, we got plenty of battery. We still on? We still on. Whoops, I did the small timer. Hey, ain't no thing. It swings back up there again. Smack it again. There you go. You got him. But yeah, I want to ride again on the motorcycle. I want to go get some more tattoos. I don't, like I said, I really don't know percentages as well. If I look at body parts, insert your own joke. It is interesting learning all this mod stuff. Yeah, Julie, you can swing a hammer on that one, dude. But or do that rather. I'm sorry. Super fun. Y'all got the power. I haven't. Y'all are I don't know. Well, I guess we're some kind of gang. So y'all got the power. Y'all can be the sergeant at arms, the vice president, whoever this here hooligan roundabout. Yeah, we'll have to start using more looks like fun. Yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching on for me. But there's I think about 80% of them is covered. I ain't got very much space left to get tattoos. I got a little spot above my knees and on the back of my legs. And I got a little spot on the back of my legs and above my knees and on my feet and on my stomach and a little bit on my lower back and down my sides. That's about it. That's about all I got left. I don't have very much space. I'm not going to get my face tattooed, I don't think. I ain't going to say never, but, well, come out with a Mike Tyson tattoo like on, help me out, y'all. The Hangover movie. No, I don't want no 90s tribal on me. I've got a tribal tattoo or two on me. I'm old, man. I got my first tattoo in a pool hall when I was 17 years old, in the back of a pool hall. So I still have it. That tattoo's 20, by what? I got that in 95. Is that what, 29 years ago? Golly, man. I'm getting I'm moving around, my back's hurting. Anything else y'all need to talk about? We got plenty of time, and because I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm keeping up with the battery, and as long as the battery don't turn red, we're good. And as long as the phone don't overheat, we're fine. This little Pop-Tart don't overheat, we're good. Because y'all, if it overheats, y'all going in the refrigerator. Anyone in here ever been to Gypsy Run in New York State? Nope. I've not been there. I've never been up to New York State. Big Dan has got a YouTube channel. He lives in New York State. He's got a family farm up there. Where are you from there, Sick? I forgot. Are you? I think you're from Florida, ain't you? I got you. I remembered. He's from Florida. But no, I ain't never been to New York. Huntsman may have been to New York. I don't know. I'm not a world traveler. But I did. I didn't know he was living there at the time. I have been up there to the 8 Mile Trailer Park when Marshall Mathers, aka Eminem, was living there, because my Aunt Eda Mae used to live up there. We drove across the 8 Mile Bridge into the trailer park, and then that movie came. I was like, "Hey, I know that trailer park." She's been gone a long time. Ain't none of us ever been to New York. I guess the only one that's ever been around New York is either, I know Big Dan's been up there, and I think Whiskey Chaser, he lived in New York City, but I don't know if he ever went upstate. I think, yeah, Eda Mae I didn't know he was living there at the time. I didn't even know it, but yeah, she lived up there in the 8 Mile trailer park. I've been to Michigan, I've been to Illinois, I've been to Indiana and Kentucky, and of course Tennessee, and over to Georgia multi-million times. And and I ain't been back to Florida. I want to get down there, and while I got a little bit of space left, maybe let Ken Dane put a tattoo on me. I've been to like 20 or so when I lived in New Jersey. So what? What is meat cereal? You're the first one to ask, Shannon. I'll tell you what meat cereal is. I completely forgot what I titled this thing. Meat cereal is meatloaf that did not firm up. Apparently, I don't know how to make meatloaf. It's been so long since I've made a meatloaf that I didn't have no eggs to go in it, and I didn't have no oatmeal to go in it or cracker crumbs to make it stick together. And so when I put it in the oven and pulled it out, it was just meat cereal. That's what I don't know why that ever came to me, but it did. It just came to me tonight, like meat cereal, because it was it was done, it was cooked, but it was runny. I mean, I know y'all out there going, ooh, I want to eat runny meat. Well, I did. If you haven't eaten in a week, you'll eat anything. Trust me. My exclusive grocery store haul. By the way, she likes it when y'all capitalize that A in there in her name. So just ground beef. It was ground. No, I put. It had tomato sauce in it. The church Mama in the church brought me by some groceries because I hadn't eaten in a week, and I was so hungry. But all they brought me was I didn't have an onion or anything go in it. But so like oatmeal, but meat. Yeah. So I don't know why it came to me. Can't jump up in this brain and understand how my brain works. It's just things that come to me. I'm a frustrated musician that never learned how to actually play guitar or write songs. And but meat cereal, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, that meatloaf. I can cook lasagna. I can cook a quiche. I can cook tater casserole. I can make chili. Apparently, I don't know how to make meatloaf, but I'll put the seasoning in there and everything with it. Yeah, I didn't have any oatmeal or breadcrumbs or anything to go in it. I just had the tomato sauce. It was in a can, and I just had some oregano and Slap Your Mama seasoning and oregano. There's another one in there. Oregano, something else. Parsley, I think it was. Anyway, I put it in there and it tasted pretty good. But I thought, but it didn't. Huntsman, have you ever tried your oatmeal the way I told you to fix it in the crock pot overnight? That way, when you get up the next day, you can do that too, Shannon, in the truck if you like oatmeal. If you get a crock pot and a converter in there, just put your oatmeal in there when you go to bed at night. When you get ready to get up to eat breakfast, and you got hot oatmeal, if you buy that oatmeal in a tube, and it don't work well with the instant oatmeal. It works well with the the old-fashioned oats. Did y'all ever have that anywhere else? I know we had that around Alabama. When we had the old-fashioned oats as a kid, it used to come with a cup in there. I ain't touching oatmeal no more. Uh-oh. All right, then. No, that's a sore subject, Wayne. Okay, we ain't gonna have to dial in. So you tried, and I'm assuming you were ravenous. I was hungry. I don't get to eat that much. Oats and grains destroy your gut. Oh, yeah, I know. Beans does too. But when you're hungry and you do without, you eat what you got. I know I need to eat better. Shannon, you need to come down and help me run. Me and you need to run some laps. Yeah, overnight oatmeal. That's why I make mine. If I do make it, I'll put it in the crock pot overnight. I'll do that with rice as well, and that way when I get up the next day, it's like I have a little wife that got up in the morning and cooked my oatmeal for me. I can say, honey, I'm home all I want, but ain't nobody gonna answer back, and if they did, it's probably the ghost that lives here. I say that because I don't remember bleeding, and I've been in there doing chores all day, and my bathtub had blood in it, and it looked like something had been dripping out of somebody, and I don't know where it came from. No, I haven't killed anybody in there. No need to make a phone call. Just because I have a love affair with bleach, it doesn't mean I'm chopping people up in the daggum bathtub. Spin, ground, kiss, mop. spin around, kiss the mop. What in the world? My ex girlfriend that used to live with me, she was into big into serial killers and everything. She always told me I had the profile of a serial killer because I live alone. I live near the freeway. I'm real quiet. I keep to myself, and I have copious amounts of bleach in the house. I was like, no, I just like to keep things clean. Hey, if bleach don't clean it, it ain't gonna come clean. A little bleach and comet cleanser. My Audi has both, and also steel coated oats. The steel coated oats, I don't use those because I don't know if they'll work. So I do know just the old fashioned oats, they'll work. Shannon's here now. She's Miss Healthy, so she keep us on the straight and narrow. You need to, yeah, you need to run. I ain't got nobody to run with anymore, and you can make a video. You can watch my goofy little run. I can't run anymore anyway. I'm just gonna have to take a steady breeze and a steady walk. I'm not like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. I can't run no more, and there ain't nothing big enough to chase me anyway. I fear nobody, for my strength is in the Lord. Oh no, then I'll have to stop eating oats. Yeah. I appreciate you coming, Shannon. Welcome to the party. Keep on, you know what goes on with these live streams because you're the one that told me about them putting the bots and the trolls in there. So, you got the hammer, swing it if you need to swing it. Swat some flies. Divine sub now for oats, substitute for oats. Shannon knows all about that healthy living. If y'all ain't subscribed to her channel, she keeps up with all that. I'm going to try that cacao if I ever come up with the money. It ain't a bad price for it, I don't think. Shannon, I think, drinks it. She might know. I don't mean to single anybody out in here, but I watch a lot of YouTube, I guess. I think it's $15 for it. I don't think that's too bad a price. It's supposed to kind of be like chocolate, substitute for chocolate. It's supposed to be make you live longer and supposed to be healthy for you. I used to eat it years ago. I'd mix it up. Now I know somebody go, oh God, but I used to mix it up years ago when it was just powder, and I would mix it up with spinach and orange juice and bananas. Bananas ain't good for you either because they got a lot of sugar in them. So it does apples, but I eat them anyway if I ever get them. Man, it's been so long since I've eaten any fruit. I'm lucky. Right now. I'm just spending my money on paying my bills. I'm not paying for anything else. Which cereal can I use in place of oatmeal? Brown chicken got him. Keith, always break your fast with straight protein, eggs and bacon, or steak and eggs. Steak and eggs for breakfast, man, that's good. I'd like to eat a steak. I could eat a whole cow right now. Well, I better not. I'm fat as I'm getting. I'm having problems with my thyroid's quit on me, and not working's causing me to gain weight as well because I'm not burning enough calories off. Reason I need to go walk again. I used to walk, I think, at least around 10 miles. I think at least maybe not quite 10, but I think it was. But I'm gonna have to start back doing that again. And riding that motorcycle used to help me a whole lot too. No cereal ever, yogurt and berries. Cool. So I told you she knows about the healthy. If you need to know something, she's the one to ask. I've been out of it. I'm eating like an animal basically. I'm just eating whatever I can get a hold of, which ain't good for you because it's gonna. Yeah, brown chicken's a real person. Y'all didn't time him out, did you? Brown chicken's always in there. That's OJ46. He's around on the Shade Tree channel. Brown chicken's a good dude. Yeah, he's a real person. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about brown chicken. He's always here. He's been here from the get. Try your poached egg if you like poached egg. It's basically just a boiled egg without a shell on it. I've been eating tons of Greek yogurt and berries and honey. That's supposed to be pretty good for you. I think. I need to get back to. I need to get back. I'll just say this much. I had bad dyslexia. My bad dyslexic. See, I can't say it either. Y'all are all welcome here. I'm a real boy. Pinocchio. Brown chicken, he's okay, man. He's been here since the get. He's been here when the channel wasn't nothing and I didn't get any views. And he stuck around even when I blew the channel up, and he came back when I been on my glorious live from out here. Day one, yeah, old brown chicken, he been here from the get. He's a real dude. Sorry, never mind, I misread. Although I'm trying to gain weight. Yeah, Outlaw, dude, You little skinny run. I used to be down to 130 pounds 4 years ago. I lost too much weight. I went straight from a three. Here's you something other. I'll share a little bit with you. I went from 386 pounds down to 130 pounds when I got out of the hospital, and I finally realized I wasn't going to drag that oxygen tank around anymore. And then I got back up to normal weight. I was around 170 pounds, but I need to lose a little bit more. I need to lose at least 100 pounds right now. I'm about 230, 240 right now. I need to lose 100 pounds, at least about 100 pounds. I'm going to shoot for 100. Always aim higher than you need to. Hooligan, that's so wonderful. You're a real champion. Thank you, Shannon. I spent from the age, I just gave up on life. Like a drunk like a drunk drinks himself to death. I just ate myself to death. I gave up. I lived in filth and didn't care. You wouldn't want to know me back then. I was in a bad way. If I had them pictures here, I would show you, but I ain't got them here. I'll do it on the next live if I remember to. You remind me, and I'll show you them pictures of what I used to look like. Howdy. We may end up with another one in here. I don't know that. Can't pronounce it anyway. Y'all stay on your toes. Look at what God can do. Exactly, Shannon. I was 35 years old, and I stayed in and out of the hospital from 35 to 40, and I realized I wasn't going to go out like that on oxygen. So how much eggs cost there? Eggs here are about $6 a carton. Depends. Thank you, our outlaw. Eggs here are about $6, about $3 to $6 a carton, depending on what kind you get. But I usually go get yard eggs, if y'all know what yard eggs are. Egghead's here. Egghead's a real person too. He's a good dude. Y'all leave him alone. Welcome, Egghead. How you doing, man? I hope your little family member's still doing all right. I'm glad. I prayed to God that they found. I'm real happy to find out that they found him alive and well. I was really happy about that. Really happy to hear that. Praise Jesus on that one. I'm glad you're here, man. We're just hanging out, shooting the bull like we always do. Nothing groundbreaking. We're not going to steak took him. Well, that's rough, man. But at least he's still alive. That's real rough, man. But I'm glad he was found alive. Some guy named Jose, or no, Jesus wanted. He couldn't even speak English. I think they say he lived in Miami or something other. Stuff didn't add up. Yeah, man, you don't have to explain anything down here that you don't want to, Egghead. I appreciate it. Yeah, brown chicken. Somebody named Jesus or Jesus, ever how you want to say it, wanted. Just eat what God gave us to eat. Easy peasy. Exactly. If you go in the grocery store, all the stuff that's good for you is along the wall, and all the junk that's not good for you is in the middle. I ain't gonna be able to go down to the March camp out. Everybody asks me every year, dude. Don't want nobody to feel sorry for me at all. But I'm gonna be real with you because I ain't no celebrity and I ain't no fake and I ain't one of this bunch of bull and gonna tell you, hey, look, my life's a lot better than yours. That's so there's too much of that crap going on in the world and making people feel like they're not adequate in their life, making it. We're all on the equal footing, and we're all the same under the sun and under the ground. Remember, that's what Johnny Cash taught me. We're all the same, equal under the sun. We're all the same, equal under the ground. Great Johnny Cash taught me that one. Some dude in Florida named, he won it. Doesn't speak English, so it took a while for us. I think David actually finally got a hold of him. I won't be able to make it. Yeah, I can't go. Yeah, I'm just happy to have live too. Just have life. But I'm not gonna be able to go to the camp out, and I'm not gonna. I can't say anything. I'm not gonna be able to go. If I go get my tires put on, if me and him ever get them put on, which we will, I don't even know how I'm gonna get back from Decatur over here. I just don't know. I'm Six Semper Tyrannis dudes here. Ever consider getting your CDL? I have a CDL. The impression you had some trucking in your blood. I do. I do have CDL, but my around here, if you they consider that my experience is lapsed, so I have to go back through truck driving school, and it's $3,000, and I don't have it. I'd like to know what happens to the house now. He, we could go get racist on that Huntsman if we just wanted to. He might bring all his kinfolks up from Guatemala. I ain't say a word. I ain't gonna be racist. Who knows what they're gonna do with that money? I sure could have used it myself, but I'm hoping that he can actually put it towards some good. Maybe he'll help his family out, get up here and start a better life. I ain't against nobody that tries to better himself. But if you're gonna come up here and just cause more headache than we need, don't add to the pile. Don't come up here and start no headache. House member. But as far as that CDL goes, yeah, I got a CDL. I still got it. It's I just have got done with my CDL experience. I drove back in 2006 or 7, and then I hit a wall with my health, and first one thing another, and then my experiences, they consider my experience lapsed, and so I ain't driving a truck. I don't have the $3,000 to go back through school because there's nobody willing to train me unless I go with an owner operator, and there's nobody willing to train me. They want me to have experience before I get in the truck. Yeah, I'm going only 3 hours away. It's going to only like 2-3 hours away. Yeah, you're closer to it. You live down in Florida. Y'all sometimes having a house in Florida is a punishment, not a prize. Uh, there's some bad memories down there to Florida, and I need to go down there and erase those bad memories. But I would like to go down there. If I went, I'd like to go down there and stay in Ronnie's mama and daddy's house. I don't know how I'd actually feel about that because I know how Southern mamas are. I'd feel like she was standing there with me. Better keep her house clean. But that's good, Tyrannus. That's a good suggestion you got. Nothing wrong. There's no wrong answers here. Not with me. Mama's in real bad health as well. I mean, I can make excuses all day, but honestly, Mama's in real bad health, and my sisters ain't gonna take care of her. And I'm the only one that will take care of her, even though my sister and my uncle and my sister's family and my uncle and his family live with my mama. There's one reason why I didn't move up there, that I'm struggling to keep the rent paid, is I'm just not gonna add to Mama's pile, and I try to take care of her. And I don't need to be no more burden on her than there is. But a lot of these trying to get into truck driving now is that trying to get into truck driving, such as it is now, they want you to have experience before you get there. And they told me, quote unquote, that if we treated you bad, that you would just get mad and go somewhere else, and then we'd lose all the money we had training you. And I don't know, I'm really kind of weird about riding with somebody to train me anyway, because if I don't know you, I don't want to be stuck in a truck with you. Because, your little idiosyncrasies might get on my dang nerves, especially if you smoke all the time and you're loud and you're noisy. And so I just don't want to go over the road with somebody I really don't know and don't trust. I can tell you, Shannon's still in here, and I think you drive a truck there, Tyrannus? I can tell you a real scary story about a trainer one time. They won't experience yet, don't want to give you experience. Yeah, I heard that. I was able to get a grant for a CDL school from the unemployment agency. You should check that out. I did go through that, and since you go through it once in Alabama, I went through it way back in 2006. They won't let you use it but once. But I'll tell y'all a scary training story. Here's y'all something other to make your butt pucker. It was this old black gentleman was training this young kid how to drive a truck, and they was out west somewhere. I think they was around the Grapevine or somewhere out there. And he put the kid driving, and he went to sleep in the sleeper because they was running a team. And while he was back there, he's like, "Hey, buddy, slow this truck down." And his truck started shaking. "Hey, buddy, slow his truck down." And he said, "You all right up there? You need some help?" He called back a couple of times. He said, "Hey, man, you need some help?" He never got no answer. All of a sudden, he pulled the curtains back, and the kid had jumped out going downhill because he got scared driving the truck. He jumped out at the top of the hill. The dude grabbed the steering wheel and kept the truck from going over the edge. He kept it in the road, jumped up there in the thing and locked the brakes down just in time before it went off the edge. And the cops come up there and asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah, man, it wasn't my fault. He said, it ain't no problem. I seen that kid up there and what he did. I'm fixing to go get him. So he left that dude to die in that truck. Shannon's been running through Amazon. I went and worked for Swift. They don't have a good reputation. I used to work for Werner. For experienced LSU owner operator. Shannon's owner operator. She owns her own company and drives her own truck. Making 30 an hour driving forklift up north, moved to the south. Same job, paid $10 an hour. I've been out of work going on 5 months, and all I'm hearing out of everybody is, well, you ain't got no experience, you ain't got no experience, you ain't got no experience. So, yeah, he left that dude to die in that truck. Didn't even tell him he jumped out. He got scared going downhill. There's y'all another one to catch. But he took and jumped out going downhill and left that dude asleep in the sleeper and didn't even tell him. And if the truck ain't started rocking as it was going off the edge of the road, he wouldn't never even known it. They don't pay nothing down here in the South. I hate to tell y'all. Everybody says it's cheaper to live down here. It ain't cheap to live nowhere. And you can go do the same job. I have a trailer back now, and I'm out on the road again. Amazon was okay, but I'm happier on with my own trailer. I didn't think you would like that job the way you was talking about it. You can use Jake brake. That's just like an engine brake, but that's just like an engine brake. Thank you, Outlaw. That is just like a Jake brake's just an engine brake. It slows you down, but it don't completely stop you. $7.50 an hour, man. You get an extra quarter. They only want to pay me $7.25. And I like it. I'm not getting no younger, by the way. I'm in between that age. I'm not young. I ain't old. If I live, good Lord lets me live 14 more years, my butt's gonna be 60 years old, and I don't have $1 towards retirement. I get a raise. You got a raise there. There's a special place for people like that, kid. Yeah. Do you go all over the country? That's a lot of mileage. She runs everywhere. Check out her channel, man. She's all the time over. She's out riding everywhere. But be respectful if you go over there. She was down here in Sweet Home, Alabama, but she didn't have time to stop, and I understand. I was never really able to sleep in a moving truck. That's one thing about running team. If you run team, you've got to trust that person with your life and vice versa, and I don't know if I can do that. I'm really weird about driving anyway, because most of the time I won't even ride with anybody, and they want to take me somewhere. I don't care. They said, it's my car. I said, yeah, but I don't care. I'm driving. But it's my car. I said, but I don't care. I'm driving. I don't care if it is your car. Move over. I'm driving or I ain't going. I got all my chores done this morning, Julie. I live alone, so I can't go, hey, honey, would you come here and help me? Because I ain't going to get no response. So I did. I got in here and got after it this morning. I done the vacuuming. I done all the mopping. I cleaned the bathroom. I done all the dusting. The only thing I like left now is do the laundry, and I got to get the money up to go put the money in the machine, or go up to Mama's and do it. Usually sometimes I go burn and then I'll buy enough washing powders for me and her. Or if you're from the South, let me use my Southern English washing powders for us both, so we can all use it. But anyway. Cool, man. What I do now is work from home. Yeah, you said they denied you your disability, I think. I run 3,000 miles a week, 5 or 6 days. Yeah, she's out there a super trucker. I dedicated you a song out there on my community page, y'all. Leonard Skinner song for y'all, you super truckers out there. I really, honestly, I kind of missed driving a truck till I realized how much headache with those rose-colored glasses. I kind of miss it. But then I realized how much headache I had to put up with, especially with the dispatchers and working through Werner. I hate to tell you, I wouldn't work for Werner again if they promised me a brand new supermodel and $1 million. They could still take that job and stick it where the sun don't shine. I went back in there and threw the keys at them and told them they could take his job and stick it. Uh, Shannon's out there, yeah, she's super trucker, trust me. Uh, Out there doing the thing up there. Ain't nothing wrong with a lady truck driver. Ain't nothing wrong with a lady truck driver. I watched a documentary on one of the lady truck drivers from the 70s, and I can't remember her name now, but it was pretty interesting. She was one of the first ones that did it. I got that truck driver body, you know, all gut, no butt. I drove for a while. I drove for a little while, but man, it's been so long since I drove. Everything was still analog, even my truck. And all the logbooks were analog. I tell you how long ago that's been. Yeah, if you bought it, a truck brought it. Trust me, you didn't. Always tip your hat to the truckers. DD drives, you just supervise. I wish I could put my dog down here, have my dog in the apartment with me, but it's an extra $300, and I can't afford it. So she stays up there with Mama. That's 100% mutt. When she turns, she's almost. I think they said I could go get her fixed when she's 8 weeks old. She's almost 8 weeks old now, I believe. I think they said that's right. I have to go check. I'm gonna go get her fixed because I don't want no more puppies. I'd like to have her here so I have somebody to talk to. I don't have talking to y'all is my only connection to the outside world. I sit down here basically under house arrest. I get out and socialize as much as I can, but I really need to ride that motorcycle. I'm going through withdrawals. I'm going to start getting the shakes. I really need to ride it. I miss not riding it. As much as a cliche as that sounds, man, when life gets too rough and you get too much up here, you can just ride it out. But we're still going, and the battery's still rolling, so we still here. I gotta go. You see an electronic something other. I gotta go. I missed your comment there. Anyone belonging to the Facebook group Biker Life and see the post asking if trailing your bike makes you a less of a biker. I haven't seen that one. I'm not on Facebook anymore since the explosion. If you can keep miles away from her until she's a year old, then get her fixed. Yeah, but the thing about that is all the mama's neighbor dogs later sick. Well, I'll let you later, man. Kitchen window, man. The only thing with that is mama's neighbor's dogs come down there all the time. And that's how come that dog of my nephews ended up getting pregnant by all them different dogs, because all the neighbor dogs, there's leash laws in Alabama, but they don't enforce them. They don't enforce them until something other happens to one of their family members, put that way. A cousin of mine that's also a preacher down there in Rainsville, he was taking food out to the sick and, shut-ins, and like a good preacher's supposed to do. I think he's retired from preaching now, but he went back to his truck to get some food, and there was a dog jumped over the truck and attacked him, nearly killed him. And in that same area, there was two girls walking up the road, and there was some dogs that was supposed to be on a leash, and they attacked them two girls and killed both of them. And then they made that leash law, but they don't ever enforce it around here, so nobody ever puts their dogs up. All our dogs they're all in a pen and they're all on a leash. Them little puppies don't go nowhere anyway, but they're still inside of a little pen. I hate to have them out in the pen, but what you gonna do? Later, sick man. I appreciate you stopping by. But if we didn't laugh, we'd all go insane. See if y'all know that one. Jimmy Buffett. I live close to I-90, so I can see the billboard. That's all I was saying. Oh, I don't think so, especially if you're single and want to ride. As far as I've heard that joke before too. Thank you, Outlaw. No, I don't think it makes you any less of a rider. I mean, age, like I was telling Huntsman before, age factors in, different things factors in. But I will say I do have a chuckle at some of these people because, they trailer their bikes down. You can tell they got money, and they're wearing all their nice little clothes. Their little polo shirts and their little boat shoes. And I don't dog on anybody. All inclusive, not exclusive. But then they go take all that off and put on all their biker wear, and then they'll ride around for the weekend and pretend to be a biker, and then go back and change their clothes, and then trailer the bike back home and put it in the garage again. I've known several of them do that. My boy's been cooking dinner most nights. Tonight breakfast, man, Julie, you eating good. Only the math makes you less of a rider. Math. Dude, I am. I've not been riding as long as most of you have, but I'm not gonna get into a peeing contest or a swinging contest, if you know what I mean, with a lot of them. If you know more than me, I'll do like Bobby Bear says, congratulations, makes you the winner. Breakfast is good anytime. Man, don't start talking about breakfast, you make me hungry. That's fine. At least you got a boy cooking for you. It's good that ain't nothing wrong with men folks cooking. Don't depend on a marriage is an equal partnership is what they've told me. Or at least a relationship is. I don't know. Less time go on by because of the trailer means less time riding. Oh, okay. I got you now. I'm a little slow. I went to a county school, and I'm a little slow. I'll admit it. I'm going to start coming up with better reasons why my brain ain't working. Make me sound more cooler. We'll have to come up with one like I was riding headlong through a brick wall to save a. No. Let's just stick. How'd that go in the Liberty Valance movie? Until the truth becomes better than the fiction, print the fiction. Paul's here and Motor Bomb's here. Just got home from work. Did you, Motor Bomb Virginia? Y'all can welcome them here. They got their own channels. You hear Hippie Trev talk about riding on Ruby Paul. That's Paul there in Motor Bomb, Virginia. You just got home from work. Did you do any tattoos today, Virginia? Motor Bomb, Virginia. I'm sorry if I don't know your real name. There, y'all have welcome to the fold. We may move this party over here to the other chair and where I can plug y'all up. I don't even know how long we've been going. What kind of tattoos did you do today, man? Dean's your real name? Cool. Hey, both them's two good channels if y'all ain't checked them out. Motor Bomb Virginia and Riding on Ruby. Ruby's name is motorcycle, so his name's Paul. That's how I found him through Hippie Trev, Riding on Ruby Paul. You always hear Hippie Trev talking about him. And he's up in Connecticut, up there in frozen land. He's been frozen. I don't know if he's still frozen or not. But he's got his motorcycle inside the house as well, Julie, because it's cold up there. He's been dealing with ice and snow. So, Motor Bomb Virginia, he does tattoos, and he's got 2 different motorcycles. Did you ever get your leak fixed? Freehand biomechanical, cool. I've seen those. Most of mine are American traditional. It's what I kind of dig. Most of them are. The ones that I didn't get when I was young, dumb, and stupid. Most of my new ones are we're going to move this thing around so we can get you, charge you up. I don't think we can charge you over here. Is it raining? It was raining here. I don't know if it still is. Let's take you for a walk. I think we got another one in here, y'all. I'm great. Gourmet cook right out of the can. It ain't raining right now. American traditional is my favorite. Yeah, that's what I like as well. Let me know if y'all lose connection. Y'all shouldn't. Y'all gonna get shaky camera work. See if I can repair myself. What kind of repair are you doing there? Is your bike still leaking? I know you had that orange sport bike. Excuse me if I don't know motorcycles. I'm not as versed as some people are. We're gonna have to move you around. We're gonna be a little bit in the dark, but that's the only way I'm gonna be able to charge you up and see if I don't lose y'all. Ruby's a good dude. I believe he's also on Ray Gregory Ride's channel. He comes on there and leaves comments. And you still got your fuel leak. I know it's going to get darker over here, but I can't really do much about it. Let's see if I can lighten you up. Does that help? I got horse lighting, but this is the only way I can. Yes, the orange Yamaha had a bad fuel leak. The parts will be in tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get the power fixed myself. That's good, man. I remember I seen the video and I made a comment on there about you had a leak, the R1. My brother-in-law's got one for sale. I believe it's a Yamaha, but I don't know what it is. But similar to that orange one you got, but I'm not sure what it is. He told me before I asked. He told me I could ride it, and then I asked him when he was going to let me ride it, and he hasn't ridden it in so long that gas tank's rusted on it, and the fuel rail, it's fuel injected on his. I don't know if that one is or not, but his fuel rail is stopped up because he uses corn gas. Down with the corn gas. Egghead Rods, hey, what kind of software do you use? Yeah, y'all, I don't know about software and stuff, one thing or another. I appreciate each and every one of you came in. It says here we've been here 95 minutes. I believe is that 2 hours? A little over 2 hours. The camera's gonna be shaky over here, but I don't really have any room for I don't have an extension cord, so I have to plug y'all up because we're running out of battery. But right now I'm missing going getting tattoos myself. I'm missing riding my motorcycle because financial situation being what it is. The rest of them know all about that. Let's see if I can get you off the shakes. Now, I know it's going to give me a halo and y'all going to get harsh lighting, but maybe y'all can fix it on y'all's end because I really can't do anything about it. This over here, I'm going to end up being all haloed. Let's see. If I don't lose the picture here, that might help. That cut down a little bit. Not much, did it? Let me know if that helped any better. It's just going to be what it is. This living room don't have but one light. And so that's the one you get. And I have to charge it up over here. That's cool, man. There's another channel that y'all can check out if y'all want to. Is Adventures of Key Fob. Egghead's got a channel. Y'all check out Egghead Rocks. Desert Outlaw's got one on here. As a channel as well. And if I missed any of you, y'all go ahead and feel free to holler out your channel. So y'all know more about that stuff than I do. I'm going to have to hire Huntsman as my editor. I'm just going to have to ship everything out to Ohio. So here, edit it, put it up for me. Because I honestly, I still don't. I'm shooting everything on a phone, and I don't have I found a cheap little camera on Amazonia, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. And I think it was like I ain't even checked. The Rode microphones are $100. Everybody swears by them. I know everybody swears that them Rode microphones is real good. I hear a lot of people talking about it. Hippie Travis mentioned them a couple of times in his videos, and I believe Sterling's mentioned them. Is everybody still here? I think everybody is. But that's all it is. I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow. I'm gonna get off the chat, but I'm still watching on the big screen. Oh, you got me on the big screen? Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. At least I made y'all ever heard that bad joke when we was kids? Last night I was on the TV. How long was you on there for? Not very long. Mama seen me sitting up there. She told me to get off. That's back in the days when you could actually sit on top of TV. I like more than Windows, but Apple computers are too expensive for me. Man, I ain't bought a computer since. I ain't never owned a computer. My mama bought my sisters one when they were going to school years ago. Enjoyed the live feed, listened to it on my way home from work. You were talking about all the trucking. My daughter did trucking for about 9 months. Now she works for a sign company. Found Egghead. Egghead's got a good channel. He's down here just below me in Eufaula, Alabama. Also rides a Honda Shadow. Shadow Bros. But I welcome all motorcycles. You know, as long as you own two wheels, I don't care what you ride. If it ain't nothing but a jazzy scooter, you cool with me. Uh, so Desert Outlaws got one too. He's a young guy out there in Arizona land. Uh, and Ventures Key Fob, he's also got a channel. He's over in Georgia. We all ride around one another. Uh, One day we'll figure out how to do a live stream together, and we'll all get on there. I'll probably have to get some interconnect connection. Uh, but well, that way we can all grow together. You know, I think we're all pretty decent people. I don't say why not. Oh, so Motorbomb Virginia. I don't know if you watch Hippie Trev or not. He's over in Australia. He's another good channel to check out. Rolling with T-Bone was in here. Also got a channel. I'm gonna miss somebody. Like I said, y'all got a channel. Shout it out. Feel free. I don't care. Do all the self promotion you want. Shannon Thomas. She's got a channel about trucking. I don't know if Tyrannus has a channel or not. I don't think he does. If he does, I'm sorry, but I missed it. Yeah, I was talking about trucking. Just different. I still got a CDL and I still keep my DOT certified, but they don't nobody wanting to hire me because they say that I don't have enough experience, or they want me to lease a truck and become an owner operator. And I'm just not going to go in debt. And Mama being in her health that she's in, and I don't have $3,000 to go back through truck driving school. And there's not a truck driving school around here anymore. I think they've all folded up their tents and left town. Back in the back in the early 2000s, there used to be uh, the trucking industry kind of exploded in the early 2000s, and it kind of died off. And I don't know if it's coming back now or not. If you listen to her channel and listen to Sterling Wells' channel and Will Burner, you listen to them talk about trucking. It's really just a crapshoot on that whole thing right now. Yeah, I remember you saying that your daughter she drove a truck, and I'm hoping I can find me some kind of job, because right now in Alabama, in my area, I can speak for. It's just getting real hard to find one. I got everybody now. Moto, Ruby, and Egghead. Yep. Shannon, don't forget Shannon's channel on there, Outlaw. And Will Burners. I also been using the Purple Panda one off Amazon. What in the world what's a Purple Panda? Yep, you recommended. I signed up. What in the world is Purple Panda? Is that a microphone? I still have a CDL. I keep mine current because I went through hell to get it back in 2007. So I've had it for 17 years, and I may end up using it one day, but I'm trying. I actually lost out a job. I don't remember if I told y'all this one. I probably did. I lost out a CDL job to a kid that didn't even have a CDL. That was 16 years old. I told Buck Brown this one. I lost a CDL job to a kid that didn't even have a CDL because he agreed to work cheaper than I did, and they said that he'd work cheaper than I would, so they're gonna go ahead and let him have the job hauling fertilizer without a CDL and without a hazardous endorsement. So I said, good luck paying your fines, and hung the phone up. I noticed all my videos look like I'm riding the same road over and over. Alabama roads all look the same. When I had riding videos out there, some of y'all don't even know. Y'all just have to take my word for it. It actually rode. Used to haul for Anheuser-Busch. Always underqualified or overqualified. Yeah, Huntsman, that's what it is. Alabama roads look the same, I guess, because, I mean, all my roads look the same around here, too. Or maybe we just ride down the same ones. Who knows? Southern Alabama and Georgia roads all look the same. Yeah, you can ride through, I can speak for this, you can ride through Tennessee, and you can ride through Georgia and ride through Alabama and Florida in certain spots, and you'll never even know that you've even left the state. You're like, because you get lost. Yeah, I may be making excuses there, Huntsman. You actually get lost somewhere, and like you're thinking, well, shoot, where in the world am I at? Because down here in the South, we don't put up a road sign for anything. You just got to know where you're at. There's been a couple of people that stopped me when I was living out in Sylvania, Alabama, and really all Sylvania, Alabama is just a Dollar General. That's it, and a couple of labs out there, if you know what I mean. But this dude took and pulled up there, and he said, "Where are we?" It's all, yeah, it's pretty riding around here. Maybe I'm hoping, Egghead, man, you can ride together one day, dude. I really do. If we don't, maybe we can make somewhere in the middle and ride around here. I'll take you up around. I remember one time you wanted to ride over to the unclaimed baggage. I'll take you up to Mentone and we'll ride around Mentone and Menlo. You'll dig that road. And then we'll ride back down to Weiss Lake. Been 20 years since I drove. It's been has it been 17 years since I drove? I think it has. I just renewed my CDL license with all the endorsements. It was $118. I had to go take my physical the other day, and it was $75. My license to renew it here. I got a funny story on that one as well. I got my license renewed back there in May, I believe it was, or June, and I think it cost me $150 to renew them down here. We'll do a video. We'll do a video together. Yeah, come on up, man. Ain't nothing. But I invite you up here. Y'all are all welcome to ride with me. But my bike's down right now, and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get the thing fixed. Because if like I've told all the rest of them that's been here from the beginning of this thing, I don't know when I'm gonna get to ever even eat again. I'm lucky if I get to eat and pay my rent all in the same month. I'm not working right now. No, not you making excuses. It's the darn employer. Yeah, down here, yeah, okay, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I get so tired of hearing, I'm getting so frustrated up about everything around here. This place around here is really just a job desert. It's a beautiful area to live in, but it's a job desert. There just ain't nothing down here, man. If you don't work through one of them temp agencies, and I love it when the temp agencies tell me, well, you've had too many jobs. I said, well, apparently you can't read because it says I work for a temp agency and you are a temp agency and you know how y'all do. Oh, we don't do that. We temp to hire. I said, if y'all temp to hire, how come y'all keep hiring year round? That'll stop you in your tracks. But we was talking about the license. When I went and got my license renewed back in May, excuse me, my hair's getting cut off. My apologies. When I went and got my driver's license renewed back in May, this girl started laughing and was taking my picture. And I said, what's so funny? She said, well, you might get offended if I say something. I said, no, man. I'm still off right now because, yeah, Egghead, you've been through some health issues, brother. You should be sitting there on your disability. You don't even need to be thinking about working. Tonight, we've established that Recycle Hooligan needs a big truck and Shannon needs a motorcycle. I've offered to let Shannon ride with me, but she has never gave me an answer. So I know she's probably scared of me. I'm not exactly, but I do not overstep my bounds. If you want to sit behind me with a can of pepper spray, you can pepper spray me. I've been pepper sprayed and tased before, and I've been hit and I've been stabbed before by a woman. So a woman hit me with a daggone breaker bar one time, about broke my jaw, and she stabbed me, turned around and stabbed me too. But that's I don't have a lot of luck with ladies. But anyway, I was going to go get my license. I was getting my license renewed, and this lady started laughing. She said, what's going on? I asked her, I said, what you laughing about? She said, well, I'm afraid you might get offended if I asked you, if I tell you what I was laughing at. I said, no, go ahead. I said, I've heard it all. She said, well, you look like Sid Haig. I said, oh, yeah. She said, you know the clown from that House of 1,000 Corpses. I was like, well, thanks. So I guess that's a no. I'm going out on a date then, right? But yeah, I laugh at my own jokes. I have to entertain myself. I've been quoting that Jimmy Buffett song all day. If we don't all start laughing, we'll all go insane. It takes more than 2 heart attacks, a stroke, and diabetes. Yeah, ain't that the gospel? I walked into the disability office. I got turned down 5 times for disability. When I died twice, and went in there to the disability office 5 different times and sat before 5 different judges, dragging an oxygen tank, couldn't breathe for myself, and she said, hey, I think you'll do all right. You can go back to work. Alabama don't give a flying rip. Tyke Trucking, there he is. Hooligan, did you know the Hooligan are, yeah. My name ain't got nothing to do with that. It may have some ties to that. It turned it into their name until now. I did not know that. That's Fat Cunt Tyke. He's here. Welcome, Tyke. I joke, but Shannon does need a motorcycle. She's got one in the backyard. I need to go up there and get it, fix it up for her. Oh man, who tased you? Who tased me? This girl, this woman took and she was real nervous, and I was working with her, and I come around the building, and she was over there and sitting on the back of the building, and she got real nervous, and she tased me. Uh, got caught smacking at your machine, give you a disability. Yeah, exactly, egghead. I need a motorcycle too. Huntsman, yeah. Shannon says she's got one in the tar. There you go. There's another Will It Run, Will It Ride video. She's got a motorcycle sitting in the backyard under a tarp. But Tyke, if you still here, man, I'll tell you how I got that name. My best friend Trisha gave me that name, Recycle Hooligan. Uh, Obviously, it's not my given name, but she said since I was older and I rode a motorcycle that I was a hooligan, and since I was older, I was a recycle hooligan, and that's how the name stuck, and that's how I ended up with it. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I'm going to have to look more into that. I know that there's some soccer hooligans and stuff out there. I've seen that advertised for that, but it's really got no sinister connotations. Didn't know that. Thanks for the trivia info, man. Fact Hunt Dyke, he knows all. He's over in England. He's an English truck driver, and he's from Sterling's channel. He come over here, and yeah, he can tell you all kinds of trivia. They call him Fact Hunt Dyke because he keeps up with all that kind of stuff. But we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Anything else y'all need to know? I'm good with hanging out for a while. If y'all got to go on, y'all go on ahead. I mean, I ain't got a thing to do. I live alone and nobody's missing me. I'm afraid if I kick the bucket that I'm gonna have to spend $10 and hire up some pallbearers to get Mama a new dress. My family just be standing over me wondering what can they get out of me. They're gonna be in for a surprise. There ain't no money. Huntsman, you can get you on I tell you, if you want to go get you a cheap motorcycle that's been whooped on, is that you probably can go to Harley Davidson dealership and get one of those little 500 motorcycles that they use to train people on the MFS course. Of course, they've been beat to pieces, but I mean, you might pick one up for a little bit of nothing. It'll give you something to start on. And you know you ain't got to worry about beating it up because it's already been beat to pieces. I know for one that there's one in Steele, Alabama. If they haven't fixed it, I wrecked one down there. I tore that thing all to pieces. So that should give me a subscription right there to anybody. I took it and I've crashed a Harley before. Through a brick wall. I didn't actually go through the wall. I just bounced off of it. Let's keep our facts straight. I just bounced off the wall, running about 50 miles an hour. Got up, dusted myself off. Y'all can go back and watch that video. Most of y'all seen it. Started wanting to know about some motorcycle stories. I've gotten nearly hit head on so many times I can't keep up with all those. I've lost count. I had a lady one time when I was sitting at the red light trying to push me out into the road because she wanted to go, and I was sitting at the red light. She kept going up behind me trying to push my motorcycle. I love my Streak 500. I'll never get rid of the cheaper insurance, great pass mileage. Yeah, you got a nice motorcycle, man. There you go, Huntsman. Paul is telling you about the 500. I've got to get going for now too. Thanks for hanging, man. All right, Huntsman. We'll holler at you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll stay till y'all get bored and y'all want me to turn it off, and I will, because I mean I ain't doing nothing. It's just now 5:30. I went a little bit early today. Yeah, I checked the HD dealer for a trade-in. Just go over and tell them you want one of the MFS course bikes. They usually sell them things cheap. Loud pipes save lives. Hey, yeah, I know that's for a fact. I ride a loud motorcycle as well. I took the baffles out of mine. Somebody told me that my motorcycle now tastes like chicken. I don't know what they mean by that. Like I said, some people come up with some interesting comments. I've always had more fun on a lighter bike. My bike's right around nearly 800 pounds. She's a heavy old gal. She's built like a tractor, but she gets the job done. It works for me. Okay, thanks. Have a great night, everyone. Later. Yeah, Huntsman, later, man. That's what I would do. Go over and check for the MFS course bikes. Usually you can pick one of them up for nothing because they whoop the hell out of them things. People trying to learn how to ride a motorcycle on them. And you can put a couple of dollars in them and get them back to some good. Have you had a great day or evening, everybody? Thanks for the subs, and we will be back to see you soon, Recycle Hooligan. All right, man. We will holler at you later, dude. I love the Honda Shadow. Honda Shadow, I mean, people say we're biased, but, you know, for reliability. They're the way to go, I do believe. Just go with a Honda Shadow for the reliability. Why not? I bought that one because Egghead, the shocks adjust on the back, or you could get a nice Shadow for like 3 or 4K. I gave 2,800 for that one, but that was 3 years, 4 years ago, 2020. Be 4 years this year. I gave 2,800 for it because Tricia didn't like riding on the back of it, and they didn't know that the shocks would adjust, and it was just beating the far out of her rear end, for lack of a better term, when she was riding. It was just, and she didn't like riding it, and she wanted a Harley because they was going to all these bike rallies, and she just kept on her husband Jimmy. She's like, get me a Harley, get me a Harley. I want to ride on a Harley. I want a Harley. I want a Harley. I want a Harley. And he's like, well, he did not want to get rid of that bike, and so. He turned around and it come up. She told me it come up for sale, and she said I made him sell his bike. And so I said, you did? And I was looking for a motorcycle, and so I said, hey, don't sell that thing. I'll save the money up, and I got it, and that's one I bought. And that's been the only bike I ever have. That was at a dealer too. Man, I found one the other day. If I had the money, cruising is great and all, but enjoy a flickable ride. I'll keep up with you. I'll ride mine like a sport bike. I don't ride it up on the back wheel though. I do not do wheelies, but I'll keep up with you. I'll, I'll whoop that big pig around. Trust me, it does all right for me. But I understand what you're talking about. I want to ride his sport bike. I don't even know if I can as bad as my back is, but I'd like to try it. But I found a Harriage the other day, and I was like, why am I looking? It was black. It had the hard bags on it. It was an '05 model, and I don't know what the deal is. A lot of these people just don't ride. They, certain age, and there's a. It was only just $7,000 on it, and I believe it only had like 9,000 miles. It was a '05 model. My Harley just sat gathering dust. Got the Honda, and I ride it every day in the rain or shine. That old bike of mine, it needs to be washed. Any women out there want to volunteer to wash my bike? I haven't had a bike for 5 years now. If you want to watch some riding in England, check out my other channel, Rebel Rockers Yorkshire. I will have to do that. I watch Cornish Motorcycle Diaries. He rides over there in Cornwall, England, and I watch his. He's got a pretty decent channel over there. We'll check that one out. I will earmark that, and I will write down Rebel Rockers Yorkshire, England. Cool. I will watch that one. I like watching motorcycles from a different perspective. Y'all had the cafe racers over there. That's where they got started at. If I do remember, they would race. They'd put some money in the jukebox, and then they would race from up the bridge and back before the song ended. That's how they started doing that, or something like that. I remember seeing a documentary on something about those English riders that started the cafe racers. Howdy. Y'all better hang on with me. End up with another one. I hope y'all still like hanging out. If y'all ready to go, we can go. What's up, y'all? But somebody running upstairs. They may be running in here and going to attack me. This place is noises. I'll get out. But I was just looking at that Heritage to be looking at it. It was the right price for it. I was like, if I just only had the money, don't cost nothing but money. Hey, man. I told you we may end up with another one here. Just subbed to Doc. I'm going to have to check that out. Make sure I get the name right. Rebel Rockers Yorkshire. I'll write it down. I like the old class. Yeah. I like the old bikes. I'm not big into. I ain't into the new ones. If I did buy a new one now, if I was going to buy a new one, if I just talking out of my butt like I got the money to do anything, but if I was going to buy a new one now, there was a BMW motorcycle I looked at for $5,000. It was a naked bike, or the Royal Enfields, or some of the Triumphs. But if I was really going to get one now, there's a couple different bikes I was looking at. for this area, y'all know how bad the roads are. And if y'all live around this area, we got real bad roads. I thought about getting an enduro bike or an ADV bike, and I guess I need to. And I was kind of looking at trikes as well. Uh, we're all facing old age, if the good Lord lets us live that long. So and everything. I've saw, yeah, but I was looking at Heritage as well. You can go on Cycle Trader and look at things that you can't afford. Type in Cycle Trader in the state you live in and your area where you're at. You'll find all kinds of motorcycles, uh, uh, and everything. I don't know what I ain't gonna hit it. If I hit the button, it might make it go off. We're still going right now. I think I'll keep doing these on Saturdays. Usually that's when there ain't nothing else going on with anybody else, and I figured y'all are off work, or maybe you are, because I don't really know time zone. And I know I'm in the central time zone here, so we can. I figured people are just. I want to make a chopper Sportster. I've been thinking about taking the engine out of a Gold Wing and make a chopper out of it. Or have you ever seen a BMW Airhead motorcycle chopper? I've never seen a BMW. There may be one out there, but I ain't never seen one. I'd like to take a BMW chopper because I kind of like taking something there that's supposed to be like classy and turn it into white trash. That's what I think's cool. Sportster, everybody, yeah, Sportsters. There was a Sportster over there in Rome back last year when I was looking. Sportsters are cheap right now. I think everybody's getting rid of them. Or they seem to be pretty reasonable price. I really ain't been looking at motorcycles a whole lot because don't look at nothing that you can't afford. It just make you want it, and you ain't nothing you can do about it. I got to try to get mine back going. I'm gonna try to go tomorrow. It ain't supposed to rain tomorrow. It's supposed to slack up. I don't know if BMW shakes sideways. I know the motor sticks out sideways. It sticks out like the pistons go this way, I do believe, on a BMW. So they might shake sideways since the motor's sideways. But you know what we could do? Turn the motor around the other way. Take that BMW motor and stick it down in there. Find you an air cooled diesel motor and put it on a trike. Air cooled Volkswagen motor. I thought about trading mine for a Street Glide, then buying an '03 Sportster to chop. I would still love to pick up an old Honda Fury. I think those are pretty sharp looking bikes. Yeah, those are the factory Honda choppers. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. They look at. I don't know your finances, and I don't need to know. But I think that if you look up there in your area in Connecticut, I know down here in the South we got it anyway. It's called Cycle Trader, and then type in your state, Cycle Trader, Connecticut. Type in your hometown, and or around near me, and you usually can find one. Those would be some pretty good bikes. I've never rode one, but I've seen them. The new colors of them, I think they're only coming in like army green or olive green, something like that. I've seen a couple of yellow ones. I've never seen one in person. I did see a Trail 125 down here back last year. First time I ever seen a 125 out in public. I wouldn't mind having a second motorcycle. I don't want to get as many as some people have. I don't need 100 of them, but I wouldn't mind having one for a backup. But usually the way my backups run, my backups also was I started riding my backup because my other one tore up. And then while I was waiting on my other one to get it fixed, then my backup ended up tearing up on me as well. So it didn't help. I kind of shot myself in the foot. I've done that before several times on vehicles. I never had good luck with a Ford. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about. That's back in like they're styled like the early 2000s choppers. Like the American choppers and the ones Billy Lane and everybody was building. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. I ain't never rode one. I don't even know what size motor they come in those. Mine's 1100. I think they may be 1300s. Take and really make some Harley people mad. Take and buy you a Harley frame and throw you a Honda motor in it. Build you a chopper like that. you know, Indian Larry was popular for doing that kind of thing. He'd take two different motors and put them together. You could take the only thing about a Honda is that you can't change the transmission out without changing out the motor because the motor and the transmission ain't divorced. So if you wanted to go up a bigger transmission, you just can't do it. There's a lot of things with metric those Hondas you can't do with like other bikes. I was going to change out my front rim. I wasn't really worried about the back, but I was going to change the front rim out. And I ain't saying you can't do it, but you have to change the forks on that bike because the one I was looking at, the Shadow Spirit, the rotor's on the other side, so that the forks would have to be changed, and you'd have to change the speed cable and the brake lines. Last time, if I remember correctly from looking on there, you'd have to change all that out because it, you know, so to fit. The Honda Shadow Sabers, they thought it was cool to put a solid rim on there. It really doesn't matter about the back as long as you got bags on there and you're gonna carry some weight. You need kind of a solid rim anyway. But I was gonna change the front rim out, but it's it can be done. You're just gonna do a whole lot of custom work to it, changing the forks out and find some Shadow Spirit forks and change them out from the Saber, and then change your spacers and all that kind of stuff. Just because the rotor's on. I see. On mine, I believe the rotor's on the left-hand side, and I believe on that one's on the right-hand side. Now, I might be having it ass backwards, but I might be a little dyslexic. We've been hanging in here for, looks like 125 minutes. So, yeah, though mine's a shaft drive as well. The only thing you got to do is what Honda recommends is every other oil change, not every single oil change. You know, you can do whatever you want. Just change that rear end oil out, and you're good to go. But they put that spout in the weirdest spot on that thing. When you fill it up, you got to kind of stand it up off the kickstand because if you don't, all the fluid you put in there is just going to run completely right back out. So you kind of got to stand it up and hold it with one hand, fill it up, make sure it don't run out, and then make sure it's level. Mine's a shaft drive. It's torquey. It's one of the reasons why that back tire is squared off as it is. Them Harley Fat Boy owners screamed a fit when the Saber came out with those solid rims. That's this Honda's version of a Fat Boy. I can't stand them solid rims. I mean, they look cool, and if you was riding down to the bar every night, you wasn't gonna go no further than that in it, fine. But if you're gonna ride that thing every day, when the wind's coming up, and if you're just tootling along and not paying no attention, those solid rims will knock you on your butt. Ask me how I know. Riding between here and Geraldine, down to Crossville. That must be the way all that wind funnels down through the holler out there, and it's so flat, and then there's mountains on both sides. If you go down through there with that bike, my bike all the time, it catches that wind, it'll do that. So basically, I'm riding down the road leaning like I'm leaning into a curve just to keep that bike upright. Those solid rims, I do not like them. One day, I'm going to switch them out, but I'm going to have to do some modifying and some Castame work. I mean, I switched the forks and all that kind of stuff. Night, y'all. Rebel has me busy. All right, Julie. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I'll holler at you tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. We've been over here. Everybody seems like y'all are cool with sticking around. So we'll stick around for a while. Like I said, when y'all tell me we good to go, we can go. Got 7 watching. That's usually what we always have in here. 8 watching. It says on my end, but that's fine. I think Shannon done jumped out as well. Of course, she works for a living. She may be still driving a truck. She may be up there with her family as well. Don't want to take away from any family time. Yeah, they're not completely solid like the Fat Boy rims, but they're solid enough. They catch wind. You might as well be carrying a sail when you're riding one of those things. I have actually been riding next to 18-wheelers. I didn't put this story in there, should have. I've been riding next to 18-wheelers with them solid rims and almost got sucked up under an 18-wheeler with them, with those solid rims on that bike. This is cool. Feels like we were just hanging in the garage. Hey, man, I ain't got nothing else to do. If y'all got something else to do, go ahead. If you got somebody that loves you and they want you to have your attention, you go ahead and give them your attention because there ain't nobody here that's hollering for me. Too bad there's not a DJ option on here where you can cue music that plays on the side. That'd be awesome, man, but I think, I don't think YouTube allows music. Yeah, I'll play some kind of music on here for you. Hit me up for some songs, see if I know them. Please tell me some lyrics. And we did that once before on here. People were trying to stump me, see if I know the songs. That one I've been thinking about on Jimmy Buffett's Changes in Attitude, Changes in Latitude. If we don't laugh, we'll all just go insane. I've been singing that a lot for some reason. I still like my Miley Cyrus. What kind of biker are you? I've done heard that one before. You can't. I've been listening to Waylon, and been listening. Of course, I listen to Skinner, and been listening to them. Been listening to Merle Haggard, Eddie Novak. I've been listening to him today. Robert Earl Keen. Good song for us motorcycle riders is a song that Robert Earl Keen's got, Swerving in the Lane. When you're swerving on life's highway, you're running somebody off the road. I've been listening to that one. Listening to Tina Turner, Beth Hart, just different things. I listen to a little bit of everything. People look at me like I'm crazy. You listen to Miley Cyrus? Yes, I do. And what's your point? What kind of biker are you? You're supposed to be a hell yeah, brother. Hey, I still listen to David Allan Coe. You never even call me by my name. I'm a lonely dude and I sit alone, so yeah. I can't ride the motorcycle, so there's three things in my life I like to do. Four, I listen to the Lord, and I listen to music, and I ride my motorcycle, and I go get tattoos. Well, I can't ride my motorcycle right now. I can't go get no tattoos, but I can still listen to music and still listen to the Lord. So I got that many going. DAC is rated album is good. Rated X-rated album. Oh yeah. Jess Lester. Hey man. Y'all hang on and see what's going on with this. Yeah, David Allan Coe's X-rated album. She was into Whips and Chains. I know that album. We were riding up the motorway and a truck had a blowout going the opposite way and a lump of tire nearly took my pal's head off, missed him by a foot. Yeah, man, those old, we call those gators on the zipper around here. And yeah, those old, I don't know if they do over in England, used to, they recap tires over here on 18 wheelers and those recaps would come off. And you have, when I was, I've had one of those come off when I was running Escort. I did work for an escort service at one time, but it ain't what you're thinking. I was escorting house trailers, and I had I've had complete house trailer wheels come off and go through the windshield of that car when I was running escort for house trailers. We're supposed to run out there like blockers, basically, and just go out there in front of everybody and keep the traffic from running over the house trailer. So we go do that, but that's a dangerous job. I used to play the alto sax in a stage band. Love that jazz and funk classics. Yeah, I like funk too. Parliament Funkadelic, retread. He ain't gonna go to school to learn how to retread tires. They used to have, they call them recaps around here. But yeah, basically they just peel the old tread off, put them back. If you can still play sax, there you go, Paul. You should put that on your channel. I'd watch it. I love music. Man, don't take my music away from me. I would go insane. But I think one of my favorite Jimmy Buffett songs is "Come Monday." But I've been listening to Changes in Attitude and Changes in Latitude a lot. Of course, I'm Merle Haggard. I put songs and stuff over on my community page. If y'all ever go over and check it, I don't know how y'all get the notifications for that. Sometimes people don't get notifications, and sometimes YouTube be blocking people's comments over on the community page, won't let y'all leave comments, especially if I put something Christian up. I put any kind of gospel music up, most of the time they block your comments over there. I ain't saying nothing. It's out there in front of you. I don't have to say a thing. I listen to funk music. I listen to Parliament. I listen to a lot of blues. Never really got into jazz. I've heard some of it. Some of it's pretty good. I think we all listened to jazz and didn't know it when Charlie Brown was jazz. I think that was considered jazz as well. And if y'all have ever seen Bullet, there's jazz in that movie. Steve McQueen's Bullet. One of the greatest car chases there ever was. If you count the hubcaps that come off, there was 5 on a 4. There was 4 on a car and 5 came off. And if y'all also look in that movie, that Volkswagen Beetle's in every shot when that Mustang and that Charger are chasing each other. Useless information. The first Leonard Skinner song to ever get featured on a movie was on the original version of I got some trucking songs on my playlist. I got one over there on my community page there, Tyke. If you go over there, it's Leonard Skinner's Traveling Man. Uh, it's a truck driving song. They got another one too called Truck Driving Man. But the only Leonard Skinner song, the first Leonard Skinner song that got put on a movie, to my knowledge, was Saturday Night Special. It was on the original Burt Reynolds version of uh, Longest Yard. Johnny Copeland and Gordon do pretty good blues. I'd have to check those two out. I don't believe I've heard those two. I like Gary Clark Jr. out of the new guys that's come out. Gary Clark Jr. He's got some pretty good blues. There's this guy. I can't think of him. He's a big old guy. You can't miss him if you go Google him. He goes by Catfish. He's a young guy, but he's a big old boy, and he does some real good blues. And Samantha Fish, she does pretty good. Of course, Beth Hart, man, she kills it. Beth Hart's like the new Janis Joplin. She's got sound. Her voice sounds similar to hers, and she kills it. Especially she does some stuff with Jeff Beck before Jeff Beck passed. I think Jeff Beck passed away. I believe he did. Anyway, she does some stuff with him, and she does covers of Led Zeppelin songs and does a lot of blues music. She does a lot of good songs. I know the lighting's harsh, but we'll just have to deal with it because this is the only place that's got the charger. While the phone's running and the phone's fixing going up and overheat, trust me. And but that's why I got you over here. I had to move you. This and my back don't ain't feeling too great sitting in this chair, but it is what it is. Egghead, if you still here now, it's raining in Alabama. You was asking me a while ago, was it raining up here? I hope it quits raining tomorrow because I don't want to get electrocuted. I know. I just don't want to be electrocuted again. Electricity and water don't mix too well together, and if I'm going to jump that bike off, I don't want to get electrocuted doing it. But yeah, I know I'm just going to crank it up anyway, just mainly circulate the fluids in it, and I might take it on a hot lap just down the road back because I can't go far with the back tire's squared off, and I know it ain't safe to ride with the back tire squared off, but the front one, the belt's broke in it, so I let some of the air out so the knot will go down, but it's not safe to ride it, at any length of distance. I'm crazy, I ain't stupid. Gotta love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh yeah, I like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I actually went back and found one of the old, I believe it was Charlie Daniels jams. Stevie Ray Vaughan is playing with Leonard Skinner when they reformed in '87, and he's playing with them on their six back. Well, yeah, welcome back, man. I'm glad you're here. We're still just carrying on till everybody gets tired and says they don't want. I ain't got nothing else to do, and it's still early yet. It ain't nap time at the nursing home yet. It ain't time for me to go to bed. I go to bed kind of early because I just don't like sitting around and hearing my own voice, and I just go in there and go to sleep. Usually I'm play some crossword puzzles or fill out some more applications. I get so tired of filling out applications. I fill out over 100 applications a day, and I don't hear nothing back from none of them. Either, and I'll just turn over and go to sleep. 123 every time I go to the supermarket. Yeah, and you don't get very much either. Man, I remember, when your dollar don't go nowhere anymore. I was living off. I'll tell you, don't feel sorry for me. But last year into this year, I've been living off $20 a month for groceries, and that's all I got. That's all I've been able to spend on groceries. If it wasn't for Mama and the church helping me, bringing me something to eat, I at least get to eat maybe once or twice a week, or maybe 3 times a week. I got to eat today. I was thankful. Mama brought me a little bit of food yesterday. That's the reason. I don't try to brush people off if they keep asking me if I'm going to go to the camp out or if I'm going to get to go when am I going to fix my bike or when am I going to get to do any riding videos, when am I going to get a GoPro or anything like that. I just can't. It's just ain't in the cards right now. I know maybe I shouldn't be doing a YouTube channel till I can make out better content, but right now this is just what you're going to get because, either watch it or don't. But I would trust me, you ain't the only ones out there that want to see me out there riding and want better content, but I just can't do a thing about it right now. I'm lucky to keep a roof over my head. I've come so close to being homeless, it's just not funny. But I mean, there's people out there. I keep things in perspective because there's people out there sleeping on the street night that's got kids with them, and they don't know when they're gonna get to feed their kids and where their kids gonna sleep, and they're worried about their safety. So, my little piddly problem ain't nothing. I pray for those that's got less. I'm blessed to have what I have. Call me crazy if you want, but that's just the way I see it. So, and everything. Toga's here. Hey, welcome Toga in. He came all the way from Turkey over here. What time is it over there in Turkey, Toga? Yeah, he's from Turkey over in Europe. What time's it over, man? It's got to be late over there. It is 3:04 a.m. I knew it was early over there, man. So what is it? Since it's 3:04, is it Sunday over there or is it Monday already? Yeah, we've gone bad nationwide. We got Toga in here. Welcome, man. Welcome. Appreciate you coming along. Tyke in here. He's from England. We got America and Turkey and England in here. Thanks for a lot for the wrench. Hey, yeah, man. We get a lot of bots in here. It's 0404 in there. Not real good on time zones there, Tyke. But yeah, it's 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time in Sweet Home, Alabama, over here in America. Skies ain't blue right now. The sun's going down and it's raining to beat the band. It's too wet for the ducks to be out. I'm gonna have to push the bike up anyway when I go do the jump. If I do jump it off, I'm gonna go push the bike up out of the. We have 9 hours difference. All right. So it's already Sunday over there then. 5:05. You in the Western time zone there, ain't you, Outlaw? Because you're in Arizona. My uncle lives in El Paso, and he lives right on the border. If you trip out his back door, you'll be in Mexico. Literally. He said he sits there all the time, watches them jump across the fence. Yeah, he lives right on the border. He lives in El Paso. If you take the wrong turn in his town, you know how El Paso is down there in Texas. One side of El Paso is Mexico, one side is Texas. If you take a wrong turn down there, you end up over in Mexico. That's where he's at. Heck yeah, you can see through the border wall over here. He says over there they've been bringing mattresses and throwing them up on the fence and jumping over if you can. He says you hear them all night running across out through over there. He lives in an RV park out there. We stopped to use summertime difference a few years ago, and this makes the situation more complicated now. I'm not real good with time zones. I really ain't. I know Central Time Zone. I know Eastern Time Zone, and we have. I don't know any more than that, honestly. A couple thousand there aren't Nogales. Yeah, I know where Nogales is. And everything. I know where it is. He moved out to El Paso. He grew up around here with me. He's only 13 years older than me, and he grew up around here as well. And but he moved out there with his daughter and his grandson. They live I think they live in an RV park or something. Anyway, I know he lives real close to he's real close to the border. He said it keeps him up at night. I was like, why would you even want to put up with that? But he got tired of Alabama. And I'll stick around Alabama mainly because Mama and my sisters, I done told Mama, she knows this as good as I do. And when something happens to Mama, she passes on. And ain't my sisters, I won't never see them again. I don't even see them now. We do our once a year check-in at Thanksgiving and or twice a year check-in. We check in on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. It's like a mandatory. Okay, here we are. We pretend we're family. The rest of the year can't say nothing, can't talk to one another, but that's okay. My sister owns a big old mansion down there in Florida that I ain't allowed to go to. I've been wanting to go down there. But me and you outlaw, we'll go roll up down there, and roll up down there with all them country club rich folks. It's down there on St. George Island in Florida, wherever that is. I don't even know. Never been there. We'll roll up on motorcycles down there. We'll give them all them country club people something other to talk about. You ain't lived, son. If you're gonna be an outlaw, I'll teach you how to be an outlaw with the hooligan. You ain't lived till you took and been chased down the road with a rent-a-cop on a golf cart. I've done it. I thought it was pretty funny. I let him get almost up there to me, and then I gas it and then go a little faster. There's some neighborhoods, got a couple of nice white shirts. Get a couple of nice white shirts. Yeah. Hey, shoot, we'll roll up there. I guarantee you, man, when I rolled up there, I just thought it was a pretty area to ride around in with a motorcycle. And I was out riding around. Next thing I know, here comes a little renty cop behind me. And he had a little bullhorn, pull over, pull over. I was like, dude, you're on a golf cart. I'm on a motorcycle. Ain't no way. All right, Roscoe Coltrane. Let's see if you like Hot Pursuit. He tried his best to keep up with me, but it was real funny because I went across a speed bump and he got hung up on the speed bump and he couldn't get off. And his little golf cart got hung up on the speed bump. I lived to fight another day. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. But honestly, though, yeah, I don't do much anymore. I've pretty much slowed down, and I just don't care anymore. I just put on my bike pretty much, I ain't saying I go completely slow, but I don't say I go completely fast either. Just depends on where I'm at and who's with me. If I got somebody on the back, I kind of don't try not to drive too fast, but unless I forget about them riding on there. It's hard to. Sometimes it's not too hard to forget that you got a woman back there, because she's light and I'm not. You got your ears on, anus, breaker. I might be crazy, but I ain't dumb. It's Crazy Cooter coming back at you. Any Duke's home on the Hazard Net? Come on. I actually met Ben Jones. I got his autograph. The one that plays Cooter. I met him, and I met Roscoe James Best, and I met Sonny Schroyer, one that plays Enos. They actually filmed the original episode. If y'all go back and watch the original episode was the first season. Before they went to California, they filmed it all the way over here. They filmed it in Marietta, Georgia, over around Covington, Georgia. If you go, I can take you over right now. It's not that far to drive from here. If y'all watched Heat of the Night, if y'all ever seen that cop show, and y'all see that, they do that episode where they blow up the garage, and there's a house on there that's got a screened-in front porch with 2 lines on the front porch. That's Aunt Betty's house. She had to sit in the house while they were filming it, and they told her they was going to blow up the garage, and they'd build her another one back, and they built her a garage. I remember that episode. Yeah, it was also, they filmed a lot of stuff over in Georgia. I still know where the original Boar's Nest is over there. Believe it or not, now it's a church. Yeah, it's over in Covington, Georgia. I know that ain't too far from here at all. But yeah, if y'all ever go, I don't remember what the name of that episode was on Heat of the Night, but she got to meet all of them. She got her picture with them. She's passed on now. She's been gone for a couple of years. My great aunt Betty, my sister, my aunt Lisa's aunt, they blowed up her son's garage out there, and they built him a new one back. They kept their word. They built him a new one. But if y'all ever watch that episode where it's a screened-in porch where the police car pulls out there in front of it and does a burnout, and it's a screened-in porch. It's got 2 lines on the front of it. That's Aunt Betty's house. She got to meet Carol O'Connor and the dude that played Bubba, and Henry Rollins, I believe was his name. I think that was his name. One that played, Tibbs. She got to meet him as well. She met the whole cast over. I was back in the early 90s, late 80s, somewhere around in there. Years ago. They filmed a lot of stuff in Georgia, but Covington's over there. If y'all ever watch that first episode, One Armed Bandits, if you notice when they're going around the courthouse, that's Covington Courthouse. And if you'll look real close at that episode, there's another General Lee parked over there. They didn't cut that scene out when the General Lee's going by. There's another one sitting over there parked. But that's where originally where it was started at over there. I used to know where the original Duke's house was over there, but it's long since gone. They've tore it down. It's like Leonard Skinner's Hell House. They've tore it down. They tore down their old studio down there. They got plaques up saying it's down there, but the building's not there anymore. It's all in gated communities now. You can't get in there. or you used to can't get in there. This inside a gated community. They won't hardly let you in down there. But they turned Ronnie's mom and daddy's house into a Airbnb. You can go down there and stay. Kind of thought about doing that, but I kind of feel weird about doing that as well. Uh, but yeah, I met old Ben Jones. You know, he used to be a senator or a congressman from Georgia, I believe it was at one time. And I've been up to Cooters a couple of times in Nashville. They got a museum up there, and they got another one in Virginia, and I believe they got one in Pigeon Forge. Dukes Hazard Museum. They got the cars in there and some scripts and some different things from the TV show. They used to have Dukes Fest, which is like a Star Trek convention for rednecks, and they had it in 2007 and 2006. They used to have it up there at Nashville. I don't even think they have it anymore. I got the first two seasons of the Dukes on DVD. Well, if you watch that the first season, that's over there. And if you can tell the difference because the first episodes they shot was in 1979. All those was filmed over there in Georgia before they went out to California, and so yeah, they was filmed over there. It ain't too far from there. It's uh, just on the other side of Social Circle. I know y'all don't know where any of that is, but it's not far from here. It's probably at least about about 2 hour drive. If y'all ever seen that TV show Squidbillies, and over in Elray, Georgia, they got a statue of Early over there of the Squidbillies too. There's a lot of stuff been filmed over there in Georgia. That movie Triple Nine was filmed in Atlanta over there. The last one that had Kate Winslet over there as a Jewish Russian mafia boss lady, and it was a bank robbery movie. Yeah, it's not that great, but Woody Harrelson's in it. He's always good and stuff, and she's in it. I'll watch anything with Kate Winslet in it. But yeah, I think they filmed the new MacGyver over there as well in Georgia. There's been a couple of different things over there. Stay out of Atlanta. That place ain't been right since Sherman marched through and burned it. Uh, but the first season there, Tyke, if you on there, yeah, all that's over in Georgia. That ain't too far from here. Do you know the original Tyke? If you can find it on DVD, I don't even know if it's still on there. What launched Dukes of Hazzard was Moonrunners, and it was based off Jerry Russian's experiences as a moonshiner, and they started from Moonrunners, and they had Waylon Jennings as the balladeer on that one, and so Guy Waldron created Dukes of Hazzard from Moonrunners, and the only person that was signed on to it when he first started Dukes of Hazzard was Waylon Jennings, and they as the balladeer, and from there they built the cast around it. Around them over there, and I didn't really know till the other day. I was looking up; they was showing some veteran stuff on there. The Searle Book, the one that played Boss Hogg, was actually a war veteran and won some medals in the war. Uh, he was actually an actual war veteran. I did not know that till I looked it up. I was watching some stuff on D-Day, and some of the World War. I like watching documentaries, learn something other. Um, Everyone been going for 1:52:29. It says over here with 4 people watching. Anyway, so I appreciate y'all hanging out. Anything else y'all want to know, y'all want to holler about? I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna sit here for a minute, and I think I'm gonna cut on out of here, unless y'all got something else to talk about. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to go jump that bike off. I gotta charge my charger. I gotta go grab some dinner. All right, man. We'll holler at you later, Outlaw. It was a good hanging. Yeah, thank you, man. We'll holler at you later. Take it easy out there, dude. You be careful, you young buck. Yeah, he's a young guy. He's just in his 20s. He's out there riding around on motorcycles out in Arizona. He's got a channel. If y'all haven't checked out his channel. All right. Well, I think we're gonna scoot on up out of here. We've been in here for a while, so we will holler at you later. And unless y'all just want to hang out a little longer, up to y'all. What y'all want to do? All right. I think we're gonna scoot on up out of here. I'm gonna leave you with a prayer, and then we'll scoot on up out of here. How y'all feel about that? Dear Lord, please continue to look after us and look after our families. Thank you, Lord, for taking care of our needs. We thank you, Lord, for being here with us. That every day we're not walking alone. Lord, we know that you're taking care of us. You're taking care of our families. Lord, please continue to look after those that's needing you, Lord, and them that ain't found you yet. I hope, pray, Lord, they find you and that they turn toward the light and quit walking towards the darkness. I thank you, Lord, for the fellowship of friends, and I thank you for the people that's been watching my channel. I hope that it helps them out some way. Appreciate the fellowship. In your sweet, most precious, heavenly, holy name, Lord. Amen. We'll holler at y'all later. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Well, hey, Tyke, man, it's up to you, dude. I think I'm going to cut on up out of here. We'll holler at y'all later, man. Hey, same to y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all ride on. Y'all ride safe. And remember, friends and neighbors, it don't take no more effort to tie your shoes, be nice to somebody. Appreciate y'all hanging. We try to do this every Saturday night. And if y'all can't show up, I completely understand. And if you can show up, that's fine too, man. Thanks for being here. And I do appreciate it very much. Gives me something to do. Later, y'all.